Now broadcasting from the Next Gen Conservative Studio in sunny South Florida, bringing you the latest in politics, current events, and pop culture. This is the Whitfield Report with Sam Whitfield.
Oh man, we need a basis to cover that, Sam. I want like a raw, like metal.
That would
That bass line kicks so much ass, Sam.
Oh yes, it does. And welcome to the Whitfield Report, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got a jam-packed show for you tonight. And we've got
done a lot of news, Sam.
We've got some, a lot of news. But before we get into the meat of the show, obviously, folks, we have The Fourth Estate, my latest novella, released in March of this year. April just concluded. Happy May 1st, by the way. Tremendous sales in March and April. And so pick up your copy of the Fourth Estate on Amazon, and check out this cool cover and and this handsome bastard too.
But Sam, I have to ask. This is really important. Where can they get this book? Multiple sources, right? Through Amazon, as well as you can get the audio book, right?
Yeah, you can get the book on Amazon, and you can also buy the audiobook on Audible. And also, if you have Kindle Unlimited, which is the ebook subscription service, you can read all my books as part of that subscription. So
I like the audiobook version because I can't read Braille, and so that means that I can't enjoy the book on a paperback, right?
Right.
Wait.
Unironically, though, I was just commenting to my wife earlier because I handed it off to her on the show ceremonially, Sam, when I was done with it. And she said she hadn't read it. And so I had to be a bit snippy. And I was talking about how great the book was. And I pointed out the good paper. And also, your very specific font choice is very easy on the eyes. And that's not ironic at all. I'm not joking. It actually is better than a lot of books I've read. Particularly, it's just kind of without being large. If anybody's had the problem of you like large print, but large print books are 150 pounds.
Yeah.
This is a happy medium in between that fits me just perfect. I wanted to point that out, Sam. And you went out of your way to make sure that was the case. Yes.
So are you blind, or
this book is cripple readable?
No, that was my next transition to where did you get the shade, Sam?
It is easy. He's
wearing sunglasses at night, folks.
Yes, and I am wearing my sunglasses at night. Folks, summertime is coming, and maybe you live in Florida like I do, or maybe you're a podcaster with a wonky eye and you don't want the audience to, see your wonky eye.
That tight. I'm giving out spoilers in 5p over here. Sorry, Sam.
Or, in any case, you need shades, right? For an occasion. Well, my friends at Shady Rays
that's where you got it.
Have you covered?
That explains why they look so fresh, Sam.
Yeah, they're Shady Rays. And if you click on the link in the description of this video and or podcast you're listening on audio, you can get 15% off your order by clicking the link in the description. Also, Shady Rays are cheaper.
15%, Sam? So you went and you talked to these Shady Rays people, right? And Sam was like, look, I love the sunglasses, okay? But my audience, they deserve more. And you said, I want a discount. And Shady Ray said 15% just for the Whitfield Report audience, ladies and gentlemen. So act now.
Right now at Shady Ray's headquarters, I bet they're going 50%. Can't do 15%. Sam just promised them 15%, 20%. There's no way we could do 30%. 50%. There's no way.
No way.
Well,
But if you act now, before they change their mind, and they might, you never know, Sam. Sometimes they're like, look, costs are going up. Everybody knows economics is hard, right? And they're just like, maybe no more discount. But for today, right now, you can get 15% off your fresh looking Shady Rays, just like Sam.
And so just click on the promo code in the description, and you can get your Shady Rays today.
Yeah. Chibi in the chat says, Sam, you're so cool with your sunglasses. And then there's a sunglasses emoji.
So
that's where you get them, Shady Rays.
Yeah.
Do they have more designs, Sam, or is it just the one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they have multiple designs. And listen, they all start at $50, which for designer sunglasses is really good to start.
Well, I know that like these are kind of like designer glasses, right? And they are in a similar price range, and not nearly as fresh looking.
So they're $50, and we get 15% off. So they're $5.
That's it. Yep, $5.
That's a fucking deal, dude.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's in the news this week, Sam? That's what the people come to see on the Whitfield Report, right?
Oh,
news. Hard news, right? So we've established a legacy of journalism and integrity.
The news, well, Shmuley wrote a fascinating article on my Substack refuting a piece that I did in 2017.
Wow. So you wrote a piece. What's the piece about that you wrote?
So the piece that I wrote about was about how the word Nazi is the new N-word, which I...
It's a very edgy take, Sam.
Which I still stand by that.
I mean,
because
there is a level of it being used to dehumanize people for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. But that is also like a clickbaity.
But I don't
know title.
I don't know why you would say that about them. Like I've never heard somebody use Nazi instead of that word, right?
Yeah, that's true.
What word, Shmuel?
You know, the word. You're the one who wrote the article. You explain to the people what it is.
Yes.
I mean, my article was.
You know what, Sam? Like maybe you should read Shmuley's article. Maybe that would be the funniest way to do it.
I did, and it's very good. You mean like narrate? You mean like narrate the article?
Yeah, and give your thoughts because it's a refutation of you, right?
I mean, it's a reputation, but
unless Shmuley wants to read it, but I think it's funnier if you read it.
Yeah, I think you should. I would love it. And everybody go check out the Substack. Go sub to it. Share it around like wildfire.
Link to
the Substack.
Link in the description. Sam,
in the description. How easy. And what does it cost to go read the Substack article, Sam?
For right now, the Substack is free.
Free? You're just giving this stuff away?
Yeah, I plan to keep my articles free. I'm working on a book, and I might publish the whole book behind a paywall at some point. But yeah,
Nice.
Other than that, it'll be free.
You should, Shmuel, you should consider publishing your book through Amazon KDP, where you can.
I would. Yeah. No, my book, I absolutely would do that. But a version where people can just read it on Substack for like, a $20 sub or something.
Shout out to Dino Nuggies.
Yeah.
Cool.
For real.
Yeah.
But no, my article, I mean, it's in response to something Sam wrote, but the actual article is just about the history of persecution of political beliefs throughout American history. And particularly, I bring up the Brown Scare, which is something that's like very, very rarely ever mentioned. That was in the 1930s, and it predates McCarthyism, right? It was
right.
Senator Dye, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they would bring up like conservatives and actual Nazis and stuff like that. They brought people before them, and they basically speared them. And yes, these people lost their job. They lost credibility. A lot of them were just anti-Roosevelt people, right? American firsters, people who wanted isolationism or were critical of World War II.
Right. The even pre-Paleocon, because the Paleocons was like a reconstruction of that in like the 50s and 60s, like John Birchers and stuff.
Yeah, and so when they talk about
also, John Birch Society, there's another like political persecution group we could talk about.
Well, I've actually got Shmuly's article on the Substack up here on Whitfield's report.
Notice, I want to point out his headline is as good clickbait as yours without being edgy. Because it is edgy, but it's backed up by like fact. This is great.
It is.
You just got one-upped by the CEO, Sam.
And he's right. Yeah, wow. I wrote this. Yeah, I wrote this a long time ago, back in 2017.
Yeah, so I opened with a quote that I'm directly replying to.
Yeah, I would see. This is the type of reply that I can appreciate. So Shmuel says, this is a reply to my good friend Sam in his article, which you can find here, which I haven't read my own article in a while. So
he does start with a quote from the article directly.
So
and basically he's addressing this quote as I understand it.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Unfortunately, another form of discrimination plagues our society and popular culture today in a much more subtle way. Political beliefs and identity are the new taboo in 2017, just as racial identity and ideas were back in 1967. In a world where much of the media, technology, and social media outlets and educational institutions are run predominantly by those on the far left political spectrum, the term Nazi is now casually thrown around as the new N-word to stigmatify, discredit, and ultimately shut down those who hold even slightly right-of-center beliefs and are therefore quote-unquote inherently evil. Okay, so Shmuly writes, what Sam is describing is anything but new in American life. I will start with the persecution of the anarchists at the turn of the 20th century. So we have the OG Red Scare. In 1886, labor disputes came to a head. Clashes with the cops had reached a tipping point, and a bomb exploded, sending bits of shrapnel into the flesh of cops. The media already had hyped the people up. and bomb-throwing anarchists became a term that was known by the populace. In response, the police decided to round up the anarchists regardless of whether or not they had a hand in the bombing.
Yeah, and then now I'll list off the individuals who were persecuted for their beliefs, right?
Yep, so you list them all off.
You can read them.
Yeah, no, like they were people, man. These were, look, am I an anarchist? No, okay. But and this is why free speech is important. And Sam, it's kind of the core philosophy of right to offend in a way too, is what he's kind of getting at here. Like these people were just like, hey man, I don't think we should have a government, but some guy that also said that did a bad thing, and they persecuted, and they had names and their circumstances to what happened to them, right?
Yeah.
Our government did that, whether, you like it or not.
And this is important. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. In the next article, I'll be summing it up. But like, you'll notice parallels to today's world in some of the actions taken by the state against them.
Yeah. It's the same sort of actions to censor dissident voices that's being used now.
Indeed. So I don't want to read the whole entire article because I think you, the audience, should read this for yourselves. But
okay, fair enough.
a lot of this I did not know about.
Right.
Actually,
and it's funny because he sent me a draft today just to get thought on it, and I just started shitstorming with him like all the other people that we could think of off the top of our heads. Like an interesting case that doesn't get talked about enough, and I brought it up when we were saying that, is that me, Shmuley, and a couple other people we know sat there and listened in real time after the murder, as I see it, of Lavoy Finicum, a grandfather, a rancher, a good Christian, and one cowboy who stood for freedom, was shot in the back like a dog by the FBI for the crime of being on his way to talk to the sheriff about an allegation that they were trespassing on what was considered federal property. And if you look into the case, Sam, this federal property was an abandoned ranger shack. And what did they do? They made it nicer. They repaired it, and they used it as a kitchen to make food for the ranchers. Okay. The ranchers in the area whose land was being taken from them by the federal government, the Bureau of Land Management, BLM. Right. And he was organizing food for starving farmers, essentially. And that was considered trespassing, worthy of his death on the side of the road. And then not only that, the FBI agent that did it flipped off his corpse.
If I might just read, because one of the things that I love about the article is I get to talk about the Brown Scare. This is something that's left out.
Yeah,
a lot of people know. So what most people do not know is that the House Committee on Un-American Activities, based in Epic, was predated by the Special Committee on Un-American Activities, commonly known as the DIES Committee.
Right.
Was initially formed in 1938 with the primary aim of investigating fascist and Nazi sympathizers within the United States. Oh, what was the 1930s? Known as the Red Decade. That seems to be left out of the courses, and one might need to dive into the deep depths of Wikipedia to find it out. And then I go on to list people whose crime were being critical of Roosevelt, being isolationist, being anti-interventionist, along with people who were legitimately engaged in fascist political beliefs, which, last time I checked, not illegal.
But a large contingent of them were just simply, by isolationists, you could put it even simpler than that, anti-war. Because World War I was a slog of human life on all sides, including the American life, and we didn't think it was worth our time, a lot of people, okay, until Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor turned the whole like thinking process around, because FDR was then able to sell, we were attacked, patriotism and everything. But before that, the sentiment was heavily anti-war, particularly in the urban areas, because new immigrants, in a lot of cases, Italian, Irish, and whatever, they would have draft riots because they didn't want to be drafted.
Hey, Sam, do you know what the slogan was that a lot of these people were under?
For
the 1930s?
for the Brown scare.
Yeah.
What was the slogan?
America first.
America first, you say, huh?
Yeah. It's almost as if they persecuted conservatives at this point by calling them Nazis and fascists.
Yeah.
But no. But that's new, Sam.
So you say their beliefs were, not wanting to be in war, economic independence, sound money, I believe, is a big principle among a lot of them. It's weird. It's like, what's this party?
So I mean, basically, it's just to say that like your thesis in the 2017 was incorrect, and it's not necessarily even to pick on you, but like this is like a common belief that sort of the political reprisals and attacks on people and smearing them as this is some kind of like new tactic. This just goes back literally to the 30s.
Yeah,
it goes back to the 1800s. Like Lincoln did this shit in the Civil War too.
We always hear the decry of the Red Scare, and there's some truth to it, right? But like the Brown Scare is left out because we just allow them. We just never talk about the times in the past where we were politically persecuted unjustly.
Let me ask you this, everybody on the chat, whoever wants to chime in. When is the last time, besides when I said it now, or if I've said it, if you're the type of person that talks to me a lot, you might have heard it more than most people, right? But besides me, when is the last time you've heard anybody discuss the Lavoy Finicum case?
I only like once before. I think Glenn Beck brought it up maybe like once a couple of years ago. But that
was One Cowboy Stands for Freedom, man. I followed that guy for years. He was because like he wasn't one of these like annoying libertarians. He's just this rancher, right? He's an actual cowboy out there talking about the government is stealing all of our land. That's why. What do you think happened to him? He was making videos explaining the government stealing all these ranchers' land. And then he was shot by like the sister organization of the same organization that he was exposing. Like literally, they were poking holes in his water feed for his cattle, right? And that's what started it, because they were trying to make him not have water rights to feed them.
So
my answer is never. I'd never heard of it before.
So it's almost like the Fourth Estate was fucking with this guy, basically.
Yeah. Well, he fucked back. That's the problem, Sam. That's why he ended up dead in a ditch, and that's why, as Shmuley so eloquently put it, political persecution is as American as apple pie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Now, to be fair, I wouldn't really refute anything that Shmuley is saying, but I will say that it is disappointing that from I guess middle school to college, like I'd always heard about the Red Scare, but like I hadn't even heard of the Brown Scare, really.
Of course not, because the Red Scare was the kind of people who were dragged before it were in the media and academia and actually were in a position to sit there and whine about it. Whereas like the right doesn't talk about the persecutions from the 1940s and 30s, right? They don't complain about the Red Decade.
Let's go even
John
further.
Birchers.
Yeah, the 60s with the John Birchers. And of course, since we've mentioned the House Un-American Activities Committee, how could we not mention the persecution of Joe McCarthy?
Yeah.
Not only in his life, okay, But in academia and even in little schools, they teach anti-McCarthyism as if it's objective fact that Joe McCarthy was like the worst thing ever and there were no communists ever. And it's all provable that there were. Alger Hiss, if you're one of those people that you've which you've read in school or whatever, and you think that there were no communists and Joe McCarthy was just a mean man pointing his finger at celebrities, Alger Hiss was the Secretary of State, and he was an agent for the Russians because he was a communist.
Oh, Max, I actually saw a video on that today on Alger Hiss.
Yeah.
The Nixon Foundation actually put out a video on Alger Hiss.
The Secretary of State was a communist, and he was not the only one. It's not that there. See, they compare it to burning witches, but the witches were real, Sam.
Yeah, no, I know.
And then what happens to him? He ends up in a nut house over it because they ruined his life.
Would you mind if?
But this is because we're the boomer conservatives have failed us to such a degree by never highlighting the points in which there was like legitimate persecution. Part of that, though, is probably the National Review crowd and their love of being censorious and canceling people on the right that they deemed not polite enough, right? So
actually, if I may, while we're on the subject, most of the listeners know that I love the Rich Nixon Foundation. They actually just put out a video today where President Nixon talks about the Alger Hiss case and why the establishment.
Because I didn't even see that, but when you talk about McCarthy, you kind of have to point to Alger Hiss and say, look, we have absolute proof that this guy was working with the Russians.
Yeah, so let's play this because Nixon brings this point up. So
the reason the Hiss case sent the establishment right up the wall was that up to that time, those that talked about communism in America were considered to be nuts or demagogues or worse. There were several reasons for that. They said first that as far as Hiss was concerned, that he was probably telling the truth, that he was not a communist, even after the evidence became overwhelming that he was, or at least that he had served the communist purpose. Second, there were those that said, well, even though he might have been a communist and turned over papers, secret papers, documents, and so forth, as he did in great volume to communist espionage agents, it didn't make any difference because, one, the papers weren't important, even though they weren't declassified, even at the point that 10 years later. Or second, and this was really distorted reasoning, because the Soviet Union had been our ally. They overlooked the point that Hiss remained a communist at the time that Chambers left the Communist Party during the period of Hitler-Stalin pact, when certainly you couldn't say that Stalin and communism was an ally of the United States. And then third, there was a deeper reason. It had to do with the fact that people thought that the Hiss case and the investigation of Hiss and his eventual conviction reflected on a whole generation of people that had supported the Roosevelt foreign policy. I never forget an evening in Washington when one of these Washington hostesses, not in the great tradition of Germaine de Stael and the others who had their salons back in the 19th century and the 18th century, who used to get people together for serious talk, but in the tradition of getting controversial people together in a rooms to see what fireworks would happen. But in this case, one of the guests was Paul Porter, a Washington lawyer, a very good lawyer, a Democrat, a liberal, and I was there with him. And the Hiss case, this is right after Hiss had admitted that he knew Chambers, after first denying that he had known him, and after the evidence was overwhelming that he was not only a communist, but had delivered papers to a communist espionage agent. And I remember Paul Porter got red in the face and he pounded the table. This is at the conclusion of dinner.
A spy, in other words.
I don't give a damn if Hiss admits he was a communist or whether he was. these investigations are doing a great deal of damage to the country because they reflect on the Roosevelt foreign policy. Now, that was simply ridiculous. I was a supporter of the Roosevelt foreign policy. I was a supporter of the Marshall Plan. I was supportive, this was later on, which was a continuation of the rest. I was a bipartisan supporter. But here it was, the attitude of this whole generation of people who had a vested interest in opposing anybody who was exposed to communism.
So again,
wow, that could not have been more on topic with Shmuley's article. No, Shmuley, you still with?
Perfect. And I think that there's an aspect of the Roosevelt administration that is kind of lost on people. The degree to which the Roosevelt administration and the New Deal brought forth literally very, very, very talented, intelligent, and competent young people into positions of power and influence.
In both industry, politics, media, everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Across
these
the board.
were very serious people. And so, yes, they were very loyal to the New Deal, to Roosevelt.
It's been referred to in some ways, this Rooseveltism, right? Because he had 12 years and basically almost dictatorial control of this country. It's referred to as like the American style socialism, where there's still this element of meritocracy inherent to it, because it's all the Dust Bowl guys, right, who were maybe working on a chain gang at best and robbing houses for food, can now get a shovel breaking job, and if they work their ass off, they might get to be foreman, which makes them a construction guy for the rest of their life, right?
They basically, like Rooseveltism, right? Created a new government that basically surpassed and replaced the government that had been established by Lincoln.
Yes. It was a shift in American politics of that large of a degree, for sure.
And so that sort of explains the degree to which like people in power and influence would be fiercely loyal to Roosevelt, the New Deal, that kind of thing. Something that we kind of have a hard time understanding. I think that it's very important when we talk about political power and whatnot and what we can do. Our primary goal should be creating a new form of that for us, right? If we can get enough people power, right, to get an executive or get people in office in order to create new institutions, to replace the old institutions, to grant young, competent, I'm talking competent, loyal people into these positions of power, they will be loyal to us for the rest of their careers.
Right.
This is how you take over institutions. This is how you
don't do it from like screaming into the void.
Populism is useless unless you're creating a new elite.
Right.
That is the point of it.
Yeah.
Because you have to replace the old elite.
Yes. The people.
Because if you don't, it's the worst thing you could possibly do. And the best way to do it, by the way, is without a drop of blood being spilled, but over time. That's how the left did it. That's why everything you see today, I was talking about this all week, was I not, in the Discord? I pointed out, and it ends up getting people with that song stuck in their head, because there's the 4 shot at Kent State University, right? The entire modern leftist establishment is built on the blood of those martyrs. That day is what built like modern neo shit libism. For sure.
Yeah.
Across the whole boomer demographic, if you were on the left, that solidified you behind the idea of like fight the power, but also they took over all the institutions. See, so competent people who weren't that political went on to be successful in other areas of boomerism, right? But the political elite stayed back to teach other people their extreme politics. That was their whole fucking plan. They took over the institute. It's called the Long March. Like, sorry, Sam.
Right.
I'm going off again.
No, you're right. You are right, Max. And that is kind of what I do kind of want to piggyback on that, because that is something that I think a lot of conservatives miss. And it's not just politics, but it's also, in entertainment and in media too. the left did the long march through the institutions, education, media, entertainment. That's why when people ask, well, Sam, why are you writing why are you writing political thrillers and novels? Why not write a political
Well, Sam, for the same reason that Right to Offend Media is proud to present not one but 2 upcoming new podcasts, Sam. And I have for you a little bit about the first one, which is off the cuff, Sam, because I'm a firm believer in this project personally, both personally and professionally, actually. These are guys, all 3 of which I have the utmost faith in that it's going to be fun and that they know what they're talking about, and they're very different enough that it'll make a good dynamic. And so it's one of my best friends, like, in the world, Core, and I've known him forever. I've met him in real life. The joke is that at an Italian restaurant, they confused us for a gay couple one time, and so we got free garlic bread, and they played the violin like it was like Lady and the Tramp or something, like we were going to kiss, and it was awkward. But the food was delicious, and they were very polite. So it was fine. There's a couple like white girls, that were like, "Oh my God, this is my chance to like virtue signal," and we're just like, "Hey, that garlic bread was tasty, Sam." That's how they get you. It starts with the garlic bread, leads to the butt sex. Anyway, also joining him is going to be our co-host, so the man himself, the machine, the legend, Morpheus. And also joining them is a longtime friend, and I've done many shows with him, Tim. And the 3 of them are going to talk about video games and pop culture and stuff. And so here's the little type read for you, Sam. We're going to do a little live read. I know that's not something we normally do here on the Whitfield Report, but join the trio. That's the Adstravaganza, Sam, and we're selling out right for free.
Yeah,
yeah. So easy to do.
And folks, I also want you to notice that like Max, we're selling out so hard that like Max is even wearing a button-down shirt tonight.
That's right, Sam.
Folks.
At least chat's being nice to me tonight. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm still smoking weed though. Sorry. Join the trio of gaming enthusiasts on an epic adventure through the world of games and gaming culture. Meet our 3 dynamic co-hosts, mutual friends of friends, as they share their passion for all things gaming in each exciting episode. Here's why you should tune in to Bits and Bones. You like that, Sam?
Wow. Yeah, I actually do like that.
What to expect? Engaging discussions on latest game releases, trends, and industry news. Hilarious anecdotes and personal gaming experience shared by the hosts. In-depth reviews, recommendations, and tips for gamers of all levels. Special guests from the gaming community, adding unique perspectives to the conversation. And Right to Offend Media, meaning there's no censorship on this network, Sam. I mean, like, platform censor, but we've kind of just learned to roll with the punches on that one, haven't we? And it works to our advantage, so fuck them. Yeah.
Well,
we're a little bit punk rock over here, a little bit DIY, so...
Well, and big shout out to the good folks at Rumble for helping to make that happen.
Thank you, good brother Max, for reading that out. I was having some issues.
Oh, no problem, man. I'm actually looking. Now that you're here, we can kind of just off the cuff about the project. You guys are hyped for it, right? It seems like
absolutely.
Yeah.
The last couple of weeks, we've been getting together behind the scenes, just bullshit and trying to get some chemistry going on, and the guys are great.
Yeah.
And if that wasn't enough, right? I was supposed to have a type read for the second one, but I don't know if she sent it. Did you send me for the girls cast? Because it's the big debut, and you had a deadline, Oh, you get a break because you're okay. So they get a break because they're women. We'll give them a little bit then. I'm not going to do back-to-back ad reads like the plan was, Sam. But yes, we got 2 new shows. Can I give the title?
Yes.
Okay. The title of the podcast featuring 4 married women is going to be The Sandwich Makers program.
Love it.
That's awesome.
Now, I said that as a joke, figuring my wife was going to, throw something at me and, I'd use up one of my strikes, Sam, even before the show started. And actually, she reminded me, because I kind of forgot, that she had previously been wanting to make a show called The Sandwich Makers with somebody else, because the joke was they were actually going to make sandwiches or do sandwich recipes and then talk about, I don't know, girl shit, right? And that's what they're going to be talking. This is my real ad for it, rather than the bullet points that she'll give me. But they're all 4 of them are like married women, and they want to talk about like girl stuff. That's as far as I know. And like, I told them they can say whatever they want, because there's no way they're going to be too offensive for Rumble. Come on, it's 4 girls. I say that, and then they're going to like be way edgier than us, Sam. Maybe even more popular because they're chicks.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have a certain magnetism that seems to work.
If anybody's going to be offensive, it's going to be us fucking gamers.
He even wore an undershirt so he could control his wild, manly chest hair for the evening, so we could keep this professional.
So you're telling me that we're launching a gaming podcast and a woman's podcast.
And a woman's podcast at the same time. Yeah. It's
Yes.
never been done before.
This could be great.
Yes. Thank you.
It will be great.
I am a genius. Or I'm fired.
We need to find some TERFs to start a podcast, and then
Yes!
like incels.
Oh my God, yes.
Just have every range of unallowable opinion.
2 TERFs and 2 incels discuss the news. Find me TERFs, find me incels, chat. Let's hook them up. That's content. I'm the chief content officer, Sam. So
Wait. I've got it. I've got it. What if we did matchmaking with TERFs and incels? Huh?
There's some kind of premise there.
I mean, look, the
I think
TERF-
the
Dating with TERFs and incels.
Hold on, like maybe you take the TERFs and the incels and you put them in teams, and you do a reality show that's kind of like the Road Rules.
Yeah, but see, like, like my premise too is that like the TERFs are always complaining that there are no good men around, right? And then the incels are always complaining that they can't get girls, right?
Oh man,
so,
we've been ignoring chat, Sam. We're not good shills because we don't have like parasocialism going with chat. So let's go back for a second here. Dino Nuggy showed up in the chat, a subscriber, right?
yeah.
Dino Nuggy 117 says, "Why does Shmuley always have to taint this amazing talk show with his presence?" Yeah, fair. I believe he's got limited time, so we appreciate him. But yeah, Dino Nuggy maybe not so much.
I
but
mean,
we appreciate the support, Dino Nuggy. His takedowns of Shmuley are always funny. So
yeah.
Plus, this is the Adstravaganza, and he's a subscriber, so he gets. Do we have to kick Shmuley?
I mean, we
got to put a price on kicking Shmuley.
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, for
what's the goal? The goal will be to kick Shmuley from now on, right? But you got to set the goal. What's the dollar value of kicking Shmuley?
I'd say it's got to be at least like $50.
$50.
$50, dude. Really?
Is
it going to be a moving goal like DSP?
That's $50. That's a kind of a good goal. It's achievable, but not necessarily. Probably not going to happen.
Yeah, listen. Times are tough, man. We're living in Bidenomics, so like $50, like
that's what I'm saying. That's going to cost you like a sandwich. Like
I don't know.
Cost of a sandwich.
Does Dino Nuggy think that's value though? Maybe not. He doesn't like Shmuley, but like that's $50, bro. You could buy like most of a video game with that.
I mean, like, I mean, look,
you could buy. If as a matter of fact, you could buy a half ounce of weed with that.
I mean, look, we can't kick Shmuley for like, you know, nothing. We've got to make it like worth that. We've got to make it worth our while, right? So,
right,
like, dude, with inflation, that's not even fucking 20 pieces of silver, man.
I love
Dino Nuggy says you already got one incel to participate. Shmuley.
Well,
sick
that
burn.
hurts.
Dino Nuggy also says Shmuley sucks ass.
Hey, no, I don't.
You know what the answer to that is? No, you. But no, hold on. You can't say anything to Dino Nuggy. He's a subscriber, and this is the Adstravaganza. We're selling out, Shmuley.
Well, thank you for the donation, Dino Nuggy.
Right. He said $50 for your soul. It sounds like he's pondering this. That's fair.
It's important to have different views in chat. That's good.
Yeah.
I can hear.
And speaking of awkward transitions, join the Sandwich Makers program each week for discussions about married life, pop culture, fandoms, recipes, and a bunch of other topics geared to women, for women, by women. There's women, Sam. Did you get it? That there's women. They're all women. It's a women's show.
I think that they should cover the topic of the spoonies if they don't know.
I'm definitely going to offer them suggestions, but as my wife pointed out when I said, hey, if you guys need something, I could give you like a list of topics just so you don't run out of stuff to talk about. And she turned to me and she said, you're talking about a show with 4 women, right? And I was like, okay, yeah, fair enough. They'll have stuff to talk about.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's just spoonies are they're like teenage girls who are sick with something, and then they like go on social media, interact with each other, then decide that the doctors are just not diagnosing them with their actual ailments, and all of a sudden they're using like crutches and like bandages, and like they can't get out of bed even though they have like POTS or autism or whatever. Like they have a real disease that brings them to the hospital regularly, but now like they imagine they have everything under the sun for like attention. So
Silly Kelly 420 says, yo, Smully, call me up. And then Chibi says, shut up, Kelly. And then Silly Kelly says, hit me up, Smully. I think he spells it wrong, so I'm saying Smully.
Well, Silly Kelly.
At least it's not smugly, right?
Is he a paid subscriber?
Silly Kelly is not a paid subscriber. No. Actually, if you want to know the truth about it, Silly Kelly was in Mersh's chat the other night. Can you believe that?
I can. He's pretty cringe.
Sam, we have a clip of that on the Gilded. Does anybody want to see Silly Kelly exposed as being in Mersh's chat?
I mean, I would for sure.
Okay, you got to go into the Mersh's Mush channel, Sam, because it's uploaded there. And then I don't know if you could show it, but that's where it is.
Yeah,
I have documented proof. Our good friend Dip, the good guy Dip, fucking actually got us this evidence. He was like, yo, I saw that Silly Kelly chick in Mersh's chat. And I was like, no way. Silly Kelly's a fan of our show. How would Silly Kelly be so dumb to be a Mersh fan, right? Isn't that stupid? Wouldn't that be stupid if you were a Mersh fan?
I mean that would be very stupid.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Sam's trying to catch up. Well, I also have another ad read. This came in anonymously, Sam, and it was they offered a lot, so I wanted to It's a unique proposal, Sam, that I think deserves some consideration. And it's Organovo. Have you heard of them? Yeah, heard about this? You read about this, Sam?
Or Organovo? No.
Yeah. So get ready to step into the future of biomedical research with Organovo. Are you ready to witness groundbreaking advancements in drug development? Look no further than Organovo, where innovation meets life-saving potential. Join us on our exclusive live stream event as we unveil the next frontier in biomedical research, Sam. Doesn't that at least make you curious?
Very.
Well, what makes Organovo so unique is we've pioneered the development of pharmaceuticals through cutting-edge technology utilizing living tissue samples outside the body. Our revolutionary approach allows for more accurate, efficient, and ethical drug testing, paving the way for safer and more effective treatments. And you can discover the science behind the spectacle, joining our expert teams of researchers as they delve into the intricacies of tissue engineering and its transformative impact on drug discovery, witnessing live demonstrations of our state-of-the-art techniques and gaining insights into the future of personalized medicine. You can be a part of the progress. And to be clear, they don't have any drugs currently on the market. Right now, they are in clinical trials. Sam,
is there like a promo code for that? Or
I don't believe it was an email sent to me, and we said we would read anything, and I don't see anything wrong here. So this is a company or Organovo, Organovo. I guess you can look it up.
So is this some kind of troll? Is this some kind of sick joke?
It could be. I don't know. We said we'd read ads for free, right?
Do they have a website or?
I'm telling you, Sam. It just came in an email. I have a couple. I have another one like that. Do you want to get at the email random weird ones out of the way?
Well, I just got footage of Silly Kelly, in merch.
Oh, merch. Okay, yeah. I caught in 4K, Silly Kelly.
Yeah. What's going on?
Silly.
This is what happens when you're not a paid subscriber.
What?
Yes.
This is what happens when what?
Okay. Listen. Do you want the plea or not?
Yeah. Now, when a judge says this to you, okay, so let me let you in a little inside baseball here. If you've never been in legal trouble, when you enter a plea arrangement, right? When you enter a plea agreement, let's say you get in trouble for some minor shit, you got a little weed, whatever. Prosecution decides we're going to make a deal.
It's so funny.
We're fine.
Mersh is an expert at this.
We're just going to make a deal, right? At any point during the discussion of that deal, a judge can just yank that shit from you, lickety split. They don't have. Here's the thing: the prosecution can offer you a deal, and then you can take that deal. But if you both agree on a deal and the judge gets pissed, guess what they do? They fucking throw your deal right the fuck out.
Yes. Were you in the city of Taylor?
Silly Kelly in the chat. I don't think taking legal advice from you is a good idea. Why not? I've been arrested. Have you been arrested, Kelly? You ever been arrested before? You ever been through the system, as they say? You ever been to jail? You ever had to take a plea arrangement? You ever gotten charges thrown out in court? You ever taken a structured deal? Did you ever get your probation terminated early? Because I did all of these things. Now, I know you don't like me because everything you keep saying in the chat is some troll-ass comment. So I know you don't like me. But when you make fun of me, make fun of the shit that sticks. What I'm saying makes perfect sense.
Man,
by the way, I'm not giving
merch, right?
I'm assuming fat cunt. Any woman with 420 in her name is a fat cunt. So listen, you fat cunt.
Fact.
Yeah, I know a thing or two about what to do when you're in the system. And everything I am saying right now, absolutely can be. Go ahead. Go take everything I just said. Pump it into ChatGPT or Google. Figure it out. Everything I'm saying makes total sense. Yes, you'll get early termination. Be a good person. Shake hands. Look people in the eye when you go to the probation office. Go sober. It's not hard.
November 20th.
Yeah, Kelly. Kelly.
Well,
Sam,
you
just
see-
like I said, I deliver the goods, Sam. Silly Kelly exposed.
Let me give you a little inside baseball, silly Kelly. You have to pay us in order for us to like not expose you on live stream and not have clips of you prepared of Mersh dunking on you for being fat.
but
You're a fat cunt, says Mersh.
Because if you're not a paid
Is
subscriber,
Mersh not the fattest cunt there is?
if you're not a paid sub, then like fucking synchronicity is going to catch up to you and harm you. Okay?
Right.
wait,
God might hurt you. That's all I'm saying.
Let it
That's
be known.
not a threat. That's just an observation, you know?
There's a couple facts here on the Whitfield report, ladies and gentlemen. And one of them is that Silly Kelly's a fat cunt. And another one is that, Shmuley eats people. And those are the only two that are true.
Well, Shmuley is also a kitten, right? He's got that.
Right. He's got the kitten energy. I guess that's the real one, right? I gave the joke one, and everybody was expecting the kitten energy, and that's,
What does kitten energy entail?
I don't know. You tell us. Like,
how about chat?
Chat.
How about you write
That's
out?
like a legit meme now. I don't know.
Dino Nuggies is one who always says that. So I feel like Dino Nug, like I'll been display in chat too. Like if Dino Nuggies can like define what kitten energy is,
I'm pretty sure he did
with their interpretation.
Well, I'm pretty sure we don't know. Do we know Dino Nuggies is a guy or a girl? I don't think it's ever been. Dino Nuggies is a pretty. Sam.
It sounds like some kind of gender neutral Zoomer.
Yeah,
like one of those people with their endocrines all disrupted.
Sam, did you or did you not before the show tell us you do not know what a Dino Nuggie is?
Unfortunately I did not know what a Dino Nuggie is.
Yeah,
you need to go get some.
Right?
They're delightful. I'm gonna have some after the show, probably.
Oh, that's so ironic that like you're gonna be snacking on some Dino Nuggie after you got shit on by Dino Nuggie in chat, and you couldn't say anything because he's a paid subscriber. That's pretty funny. That gives him extra points just because he had to muzzle you, and he gets to just shit on you or they, them, he, her, them, though, thou, zest, Lord.
Okay. So
if you pay, if you become a paid subscriber, you can put your pronouns in chat, and then Sam will have to refer to you as it.
That is true.
Dino Nuggie says, "Think of the most frail ginger tabby."
4
hours old.
Yeah, that's how he's defining kitten energy. So I guess Shmuley is a tabby cat. Is a 4-hour-old
ginger tabby cat. Why ginger? That's specific, right? I see it. Didn't chat say black cat though? I think chat said black cat kitten energy.
Chat initially said black cat kitten energy, but
Dino Nuggies is subscribers, so they get like preference over chat.
Yeah.
At least tonight, not normally. Like normally we treat everybody the same, but like tonight it's the Adstravaganza, Sam.
Wasn't it Johnny Fox, who is by the way a overweight Caucasian man, but he had a bunch of women that based on his voice thought he was an overweight black fellow?
Yeah. And then he like talked dirty to them, and it's the cringiest shit ever. And,
is it like that with kittens? Chat is unsure. Unsure what I am.
Yeah.
They said that's him though, so like Dino Nuggie's definitely doubling down on that's exactly it. And then Morpheus said with or because Morpheus, by the way, chat said he had his computer, and it's gonna be a fucking dick. That happens sometimes. But he said with or without the brain cell at Dino Nuggy, like referring to Shmuley. So Shmuley's getting dunked on by a fellow co-host from chat.
I don't get it.
Jay.
You're calling me
nobody's
dumb,
hey, you still have the floor. Nobody's ponied up $50 yet, right?
We don't.
Can we do a big commercial? Like we didn't just get ad read, Sam. I have an actual commercial, right? I sent to you on Gilded, I believe.
Oh yeah. You wanna play that now?
Yes. It is a commercial for a product that I believe in.
Oh, okay. Well, let me cue this up here then.
It's a product called Dave Grady and the Dave Grady Cinematic Universe. Big shout out to guy that thinks I'm a sellout, Iron Man, for narrating it. It was mostly his fucking he did that narration, and then I just had to put a video to it to make it funny.
I've heard
I present to you one of Dave Grady's finest few minutes of film.
I disavow.
It is a cinematic trailer for his universe. Go ahead, Sam. I'm sorry.
Let me just get rid of this pop up here. Okay. So this is
warning.
Sam's using Netscape.
Trigger warning that Dave is a very strange person, and this is an R-rated cut of the trailer, and you might not want to put this on YouTube, Sam, because it's already banned on YouTube.
Yeah, okay. Well, in that case, then, if you're this might be a good time to say that if you're currently watching on YouTube, which nobody is right now, but if you are watching the replay on YouTube, then you may want to switch over to Rumble to watch the rest of the show uncut.
100% free, of course.
100% free. Yes.
I don't think there's nobody like our audience is already hip to Rumble. That's pretty sick. They're kind of smart. Dino.
Yeah. No, it is totally.
Yeah. Well, and then Silly Kelly is apparently a Mersh fan, obviously.
Even though they got dunked on by Mersh.
Got dunked on by the master Mersh.
So I've got an ad read for that guy too that I'm saying.
Oh well,
so
that's great. That's a.
But anyway,
let's go, Dave Grady, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's the Dave Grady Cinematic Universe trailer.
I need help paying my rent. There are people that say, oh, Nick experiencing this, Nick experiencing that, experience it. So everyone knows by now that I hate niggers.
The world is not changing.
Okay. I need help paying my rent.
He hasn't had a job in 6 years.
Unemployed for 6 long years.
Nobody will hire him.
Unemployed, please hire me.
His rent just went up. Nobody knows why.
And they raised it an extra $6. I don't know why. I don't know why they raised it.
This summer, get ready for the next chapter in the Dave Grady saga.
People say, oh, why don't you look for a job? Why don't you look for a job? Why don't you look for a job?
Join Dave on his epic quest to try to get someone to send him $6
$6
a month.
A month.
For $42. For 7 months.
$42 for the next 7 months. I've looked online. There's nothing out there. There is nothing. It's a living Pleasant Valley. So I figured, hey, why not? I'll take it to the fucking streets.
So, if you have terminal ass cancer and don't feel like you're already suffering enough,
Goddamn niggas.
you can catch every video in the DCU franchise. Only on my own damn channel.
You know what? You know what, Max?
I have signs on my car windows that says, "Unemployed, please hire me." The niggers are upstairs.
Turn that off. Turn it off. Yeah.
You know what? You know what, Max? I feel like this would be a good time to say that like Mersh and Dave Grady should like do a team up because they have so much in common. They have so much in common, actually. If you think about it, like
they're both seethers, but Dave's a yeller, and Mersh is like a stew in his anger kind of guy. Dave does that to a point, but then Dave goes to an absolute breaking point where he just starts screaming and racial slurs, as you can see. He just told the story recently on a longer like podcast type thing he did, which he doesn't do as often as you might think. And he said that the reason he got kicked out of his house in New York was because of a noise complaint with his neighbors. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not even kidding, ladies and gentlemen, he actually was yelling out of his window the N-word at his neighbors through that megaphone that you see at the end. And I didn't even know at the time. That's what got him kicked out. That was the noise complaint.
He made I hate, a hat. He made a hat. That just goes to show the level of like crazed antics.
Yeah.
Right? The level of mentally ill delusion that was the course of action that he did, then records it, mind you, and then publishes it on the internet, and then becomes angry when people point out that maybe you don't want that on the internet, Dave.
Yeah. I've tried to help Dave for years. Everybody gets it all wrong. They think I like hate Dave, but like Dave is my favorite internet person ever. I think you too, kind of in a way, right? Like he's been ours forever.
I mean, the thing that initially drew me to Dave was, is this guy trolling?
Yeah.
And then this is on his old channel. So there was like 8 years of content.
The trolling part, especially that people don't get, comes mostly from when he used to call into different like podcasts and radio shows.
Yes.
Because of how unrealistic he talked to the hosts.
Yeah. That's
why we first even looked into Dave. And then it turned out he had this like whole online history. And then even back in the day, he'd get like trolled by truckers on CB radio.
Yeah, I mean, you peel back the onion, but like I said, at the time I could go back like 8 years and see that he's doing consistently schizo crazy stuff. And then more so than that, there was some obscure website, because he loves obscure websites and platforms, in which he had published his therapy sessions.
Yeah.
And so I was able to listen to this man's therapy sessions. And
there's this guy.
There's no way he's talking about internet people that he knows online with his therapist, and his therapist is just exacerbated and doing the bit, right, being a good therapist, I would say. So yeah, you could say that there's a fascination with Dave that runs pretty deep, and that's really the origin of it was, is this guy trolling? Because if Dave was trolling, he would be the greatest troll to have ever existed.
I've been so fucking trolled, bro. Oh my God. I never thought of the reality where Dave is still a troll, because I think it's beyond question at this point. But yeah, I would laugh so hard I might die. if Dave is a troll.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife informed me, and when your wife informs you of something, Sam, it's kind of important that I cut off the end of her ad read for the for the thing. So, 4 married women get together weekly to talk about all the things women love to discuss, obsess about, and just love chit-chatting about anything and everything. So, apologies to the sandwich makers over there. I happen to know that they do produce some pretty fine sandwiches. At least one of them does. For sure, it's confirmed.
I can't wait to hear what the sandwich makers actually sound like.
Yeah.
So
like to get I got one other one again that's like the weird email one. I don't know who it's from essentially. It just kind of came in when I put out the call, and you got a couple still too, right? I got like a couple more. I'm trying to bang them out, Sam.
Yeah,
we'll be here all night.
If someone
donates paid by the hour, we're not getting paid at all.
If someone donates,
we're not,
unless you guys donate to Kick Shmooly.
If you donate $3, you can pick a topic for me to write my next article about.
There we go.
How much would you accept for a topic and a shout out by name?
Yeah. $3.
$3 is pretty fair.
Yeah.
I like your article earlier, and they can definitely read over it at the Substack and check out the Substack. How do you click the link, obviously, and then
if you go on the Whitfield Report Substack, there is a little icon at the top, little option for Shmooly Cup, and that's where you'll find my writings.
Yep.
Yo of Right to Offend Media, Shmooly, thank you for joining us tonight. Just in case you believe. Also a big shout out to Rumble, obviously, like for being way cooler than YouTube and allowing us the freedom to like get this show off the ground and kind of make something of it.
Yes. Which actually brings up my next topic, which is why are we talking about why are we doing all these ads today? Well, part of it is we're feeling generous over here. The other reason, though, is Mersh, the guy who claims that he was nice to me, he has melted down spectacularly over Rumble multiple times because a company that offered him money to do an ad for, he was actually offered money, and he half-assed it, or more like quarter-assed it, and they didn't like it. So
a simple live read, Sam? And Mersh claims to be a professional, doesn't he? Oh, wow, that's embarrassing.
So I actually have a clip from a friend of the show, _Mersh, who actually is a friend of the show. And let's see if Mersh's criticism is valid here, shall we?
Oh, Mersh.
Company tells us to go fuck ourselves, right? Birch Gold tells us to go fuck ourselves, right? Maybe we should put yarmulkes on and go, oi, vey, buy gold from us, because we're...
Sam, can you pause it?
Maybe we should do that. Maybe that's...
Quick. Right off the bat, what a great reaction, huh? In 15 seconds, he shattered a chance of any other live reads.
Dude, how is this guy that anti-Semitic?
Right? Sam, is this allowed on Rumble? I guess because he's on Rumble, right?
That was horrid.
That's a reaction to we don't like your live read.
They didn't like his live read, a gold company. And so, like, go back. That was his response?
Yeah, This is a guy who signed a contract with Rumble too.
How does he feel about Palestine? Jeez.
Sam, Apex says you got to let him in the call, and chat's demanding, so we got to have Apex. Yeah, we're missing it.
Oh,
also,
okay.
Real quick before we start Merch again, one more thing. Dino Nuggy says, right about this, Shmuley, the correlation between race and intelligence. I find this topic to be extremely interesting and important for communities to discuss. You're gonna take the bait.
Well, I said $3 or more. So
$3, yeah. Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Has let's see. Has Dino Nuggies Dino Nuggies is a subscriber.
Sure, and that's why I don't attack them.
Yeah.
Remember?
So
but that doesn't mean I have to write an article for them.
Well, you said you would for $3, so fair enough.
Yeah,
you don't have to write
$3 donation. Yeah.
But
and I will write about that. I will research the subject. I'm sure that I won't face any repercussions. Surely for that innocent topic. I mean, it's just a matter of fact, right? Like we're just gonna dive into the research. There's definitely no baggage intended to troll me in that message, right?
No, none at all. Dino Nuggy, friend of the show.
Yeah.
But hey, $3, you said. We set the goal. You can meet the goal.
So
yes.
Then whatever, but like for now, let's listen to Mersh.
And if anyone wants to donate, they can click the $sign on
Sam's encouraging it just to make this happen now.
Well, look, I don't have a Rumble contract yet, and yet being the key word, and I didn't just make a horribly anti-Semitic joke, or remark, not even. What's
the punch? Really. Jokes tend to have punchlines or like some kind of like clever wordplay.
Yeah, jokes often tend to be funny, and that just wasn't even funny at all.
Hey, it's Mersh. Okay, his bit, Sam. I don't think you get it. Mersh is a comedy genius because his bit is that he's a failed. It's Andy Kaufman-esque, right? Like when he was like the middle-aged failure, sleazy alter ego. Mersh is even better than Andy Kaufman because he's actually become that character. For forever. Tony, what was his name? Oh my God. Andy Kaufman, he did the Tony whatever, and he'd like, hey, fuck you. Yeah, your mother's a cunt. He's like, he just berate the audience, and he's a sleazeball. You know, that's Mersh. But for Andy Kaufman, it was a character that he would put on to just have fun. But Mersh has character acted himself into this like caricature of a failed unfunny comedian, and that's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah,
he is every bit of the stereotype of what like the I used to go on Opie and Anthony, and like they didn't really let me talk or anything, but I drove in this retarded kid, and I like said, please let me tell my one joke that I spent all week writing, and then the audience didn't like it, so you told me to shut up.
Yeah, well, apparently,
I was on Peacock, right? I was on Peacock. Get the cock, Mersh, get the cock going.
Hey, me and my partner, my fat partner.
There he is.
We exposed Dan Snyder before anybody. That was our work. We did that.
Apex, ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Hi guys.
Sir.
I've been here just kind of chilling. What's up?
Yeah,
we are
not much.
We are doing ad reads, and then Sam said there's a reason behind it, and I was unaware. I thought we were just selling out.
Ooh, what's
going on? Maybe you should. Did you catch the beginning of the Mersh video, Apex?
Yeah, I got in just at the beginning, but I missed all. Actually, I copped in right when Shmuley was like, "Well, that was fucking horrific, Jesus Christ!" So I didn't actually hear.
Yeah,
I didn't actually hear what he said.
Yeah, so the setup for the video, right, is that Mersh got rejected by a sponsor because he did a live read that they didn't like, and so he's venting about it.
And he's also like, somehow this is also Rumble's fault.
Yeah, because it's a Rumble sponsor, Sam. Like they work with Rumble to like promote They were trying to help him out, basically. They're trying to like give him a handout.
Yeah.
And he failed. It's swing and a miss. And so let's see what's a reasonable podcaster's response to that, Sam. Let's take a look at
go back a little bit. Go back to the beginning for APEC. Because
play through that.
Unimaginably anti-Semitic. Like it's so.
Well, and also, Max, like, I would like to hear your perspective as a guy who was actually like done terrestrial radio, and like, I'm assuming you've actually had to read ads on air before, right?
Yeah, of course. Like that. I mean,
so,
I've read, like, I don't know. I've done VO work since like high school.
So yeah, let's hear Mersh meltdown about this advertiser.
Excellent.
I'm going to be showing this to them, and I'm going to be going, but we're the problem. Wellness company tells us to go fuck ourselves, right? Birch Gold tells us to go fuck ourselves, right? Maybe we should put yarmulkes on and go, oi, vey, buy gold from us, because we're Maybe we should do that. Maybe that's what we're doing wrong. Oh, no, we're just not also on YouTube. I have had it with this website. I have had it with their sponsors, and I have had it with getting
Sam,
big.
We do not endorse that. We're in complete. I just want to say, for the record, the Whitfield Report is not in any opposition to the wonderful platform Rumble has given us.
No, not at all. In fact, like, Mersh hates Rumble now, but we love Rumble because when the Whitfield Report got kicked off YouTube, Rumble was great in providing us a platform, which was all we asked for. Honestly.
Well, the truth, I think the sad truth of the matter is Mersh is acting the way he is, like a petulant fucking toddler, because it's worked for him before.
Right.
Like it's worked for him multiple times. I mean, not to the best it could, but it has always, look, he's still going.
It has diminishing returns, but it's just enough for him to be fine. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And he's getting, like, bills are piling up. He keeps talking about the IRS. And I don't know why he thinks, like, immediately, presuming the sponsorship thing is like some anti-Semitic conspiracy, is probably the best way to get more sponsors, is all I'm saying. Look, I am for free speech, and Mersh can say what he would like. We certainly don't want to censor people. Like, we believe in audiences being smart enough to discern for themselves what the truth is, to be honest with you. I don't think I just speak for myself, but it's just an interesting way to go about getting sponsorship in the future, right?
Well, and one of the things, and you'll hear him say this,
especially if you believe that to be true. Isn't that the worst thing to do? Like, wouldn't the best thing to do be actually convert to Judaism? If you believe that they run everything, they let you do that, Sam.
Yeah.
To say, what were you saying, Sam?
Well, I was also going to say, like, one of the things that you'll hear Mersh say is that, like, they don't like, is that, like, he says that the sponsors don't like his content, and so, like,
why
his content's trash. I mean, for the most part,
well, my whole thing is, like, if that's a criticism, then, like, why not just step it up? Instead he's like proving exactly why he's a horrible, why he's a horrible choice, why he's not, like, sponsor worthy.
Oh my God. The one I should have prepared a one for, like, because he deserves it real quick, is Pod Awful. I should say something about Pod Awful after this clip, because he did a show that explained a lot of that, talking about why Mersh does these fucking things.
Yeah.
Jesse does great.
Jesse.
I saw that, actually. So
and he was talking about Alan Powell and shit, even so, like throwback to us. I in chat, the only thing I said was Alan Powell did nothing wrong.
Damn straight.
Yep, I stand by that. Go ahead.
Alan Powell did nothing wrong. So.
Right on.
By a bunch of fucking nerds. You're fucking nerds. And you're trying to relive some kind of past trauma. And you think that if you can put me in a situation where you can finally stuff me in the locker for the first time.
Oh, that's rich.
That it's going to fix you. It's going to somehow give balance to the universe.
Sam, can you stop it for a second? Ladies and gentlemen, he's talking about his boss. Just to be clear.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. He's
now,
calling.
Rumbo's not our boss, right? Shmuley's our boss, actually, technically.
Yeah.
But, oh, and Dino Nuggy, by the way, said if Shmuley's not an honorable or responsible influencer, then he wouldn't do the article about race and IQ. But hey, all I'm saying, Dino Nuggy, he said he would do any topic, but it costs $3. So you got to donate $3 to get him to write that. Go ahead with the merch.
I am a very honorable and responsible influencer.
Oh, I am not. So if you want to donate $3 to Sammy, I'll read whatever the fuck you want.
I have a couple more ad reads that you might get a kick out of. I actually saved for. I heard you might come on, and I think you'd like. So,
ooh, okay.
Some of them are jokes, and some of them are random email submissions.
Sweet.
And some of them are real. Yeah, as far as I know.
Fantastic. I look forward to that.
But
first, I want to see.
So
I haven't watched Mersh in a long time.
Yeah, the Queen. Let's all hail the Queen, Mersh, and give him 4 more minutes of our brain cells.
So Mersh just called his boss, the CEO of Rumble, a nerd, and
not just the CEO. He said nerds, like plural. He's talking about like his, not just the boss, but his team around him. Like he's calling all of, and this is what I mean when I say that, like the petulant child shit, because it's like the toddler in the store that fucking freaks out so much that eventually mom is like, God fucking damn it. Fine, I'll buy you this something, candy bar, whatever. Just shut the fuck up.
All he had to do, by his own admission, was like a 60-second ad read. Go ahead, Sam. Play Mersh, because we need to hear
what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Are we going to get sued? Oh, God, I don't want to get kicked off this play. No. Time for a fucking bar clean. Time for a team meeting. And I'm calling one, and I'm delighted. I'm delighted to be the one that can finally say, Mersh has called for a meeting. It's usually me talking shit on Twitter, me talking reckless, and then Royce playing fucking clean up and playing good. It's always me and Royce. He's playing good cop, I'm playing bad cop. We do a thing, and then they go, hey, let's have a meeting. And then they say the same, no. And then we go to their meeting, and it goes in a circle because it's your meeting. It's like if you invite me out to dinner, you're paying, so you can buy whatever you want. I can't really be bully no, I'm buying dinner tonight, boys. And you're going to shut the fuck up. And you're going to sit there, and you're going to take a year and a half worth of fucking aggression in the form of this big old, strikingly oddly big Irish dick. What are they going to do? Kick us off? They let us say that shit because we make the money.
No, you don't, Mersh, because
that is incredible.
Obviously you're complaining how you don't get enough money. If you were making that money, like
didn't the CEO of Rumble donate him like hundreds of dollars on stream to like, hey buddy, maybe other people will donate now because you're cool, bro. We're trying to get you to make money. Poke, cash cow. Why aren't you fucking milking?
Yeah.
You're supposed to do your job. You can't even do a goddamn ad read. And also he talks about, because this is why I mentioned Pod Awful, right? Podolfo got into this. He talks about his goddamn downside guarantee. Now, if you've ever been an independent contractor, Sam, you might have heard of this stipulation of a contract, the downside guarantee.
Yep.
That means it's the minimum amount you'll make, and that basically you make more if you work. Right?
Yeah.
And Mersh is saying that $500 goes to his downside guarantee, which means he's not even making his minimum that he's get Rumble. If he doesn't at the end of the year make that much money, Rumble just cuts him a check for that much money. That's what a downside guarantee is.
Right.
So you're supposed to work harder to make more than that.
Yeah.
It's $500 for what period of time?
He just said it contributes to his overall downside guarantee, which means he's nowhere close to it. And Rumble's trying to be like, because it doesn't. He complains that it's not donated to Nightwave, which is a separate thing, which basically means it just goes to merch. It's ROTC, and that's all Rumble wants. Apparently, I think is ROTC because they had like what of a name value, I guess.
Yep.
But not if you say shit like this.
I think I understand. So did somebody the CEO donated him that $500? Is that what we're Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that 500 just goes to his guarantee. I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he's not added guarantee yet.
The thing that's notable about Mersh is the amount of money that's life changing to him. Jesse's pointed this out, but he's talked about it before. His car will break down and he will describe like $230 as life-changing money.
Uh-huh.
And if you guys can just donate up to that amount,
pointed
I'll
language,
be set.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that.
But that's comical, given that I'm not a rich man. I'm a young man. I'm a college student. $250 is not life-changing money for me.
No.
It's a nice bonus.
It's comical. That's like two. You're working a dead end job. That's still like 2 days.
Yeah, and I'm an employed man in my late 30s, and $250 does not do shit for me. It is nice.
Yeah.
I could buy a fancy.
Wow, $250 extra I didn't have. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Fuck yeah.
That's not going to last very long. For anybody, right? Even on the lowest end of the fucking economic bracket, that's not going to last very long.
I mean, I guess there's like there's the term or the identification or identifier of people living paycheck to paycheck, which is obviously more and more people, kind of me included.
Bidenomics, I like to call it.
But people like Mersh they live donation to donation. So removing myself from like a normal person and putting myself in his tiny little fucked up shoes. I can actually see how $250 would literally be life changing. If you've had a bad week, you don't have a job, you have no other fucking skills whatsoever.
Nobody's donating except a couple of trolls, and you're fucking pissed off and you're merch. I mean, so you got to stew about it.
He's created a hell for himself.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, Smoothie.
No, I was just saying he's created this hell for himself. I don't understand. I mean, it must be madness. He's just trying and trying and trying, and just getting nothing. And just like his efforts backfire in spectacular ways.
Did anybody see the live read in question that they didn't like, or was it maybe private? Because I wonder if he called them Jews and made an anti-Semitic joke about it during the live read. Maybe that's a reason they fucking, it seems.
Yeah. Well, he made a. This is the other thing too. So I
did hear he shit on the product is essentially what they said. Which is rule one of advertising is put over the product, right?
Yeah, and so that's the whole thing is Max, you and I have both done ad reads before, on podcasts and on radio.
Yeah.
Merch's whole excuse is, well, Royce and I, we're just the class clowns. That's our style of, comedy, right?
Yeah, and we've been doing examples of that all night, weaving in ad reads into it, and for this next ad read. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
shitting on a product is not the same thing as like being it. Like, you can promote a product and be funny about it without like.
Well, you can promote a product without endorsing it too, right? Like I did earlier with Organovo, right? This mystery company that emailed me that copy, Sam, and we said we would do free ad reads, and I didn't find anything objectionable in it. It was weird about biomedical research, right? But it sounded professional and it sounded like an ad read. You said free. I got these weird emails. Do you want another one? We can do another professional.
You know what? Let's show Mersh how it's done. So,
real quick.
Why not?
And then Mersh can. I'm gonna let him finish. Kanye style. But this is from, like I said, the weird email stuff. Stranger Things fanfic, right? Is that weird? Sure. But again, it seems legit. So, MC Alexandria Harrington, the younger sister to Steve, moves back to Hawkins to live with him after dealing with abuse from their alcoholic mother. She meets Eddie Munson again, and her once crush on the town resident's metalhead dungeon master freak blooms into a romance. They deal with the school bullies, Jason and Chrissy, getting between them, trying to destroy their relationship out of jealousy. The main pet of the story deals with Eddie trying to convince Alex that the things Chrissy told Alex were lies, and he never worked with him or them to humiliate her. Their friends try hard to help them get back together, trying to save them from the torture and rumors spread around town about them. There is drama, suspense, and brutal fight scenes. Eddie and Steve joining forces to take down the bullies and defend Alex from their lies and rumors. Full of teenage girl drama, violence, discussion on touchy subjects most people are afraid to talk about. A soap opera meets Stranger Things. If you like fanfic, Eddie Munson drama, and of course some smut, it might be worth a read. Searching for the Light on Wattpad by Lady Hellfire. And that was just sent in the pile. Another one I get to check off, Sam. I still get a couple more, but let's let the queen finish here. How hard it is to do a goddamn ad read, Mersh.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, you think they don't know what we do? Like, do you think they give a fuck? So if you don't want them to come at us with this whole kicking us off shit, then maybe you need to sign up for the locals, poor boy. How are we, like, this makes me, now I'm angry at Rumble. I want to sue Rumble.
He poor shamed his audience. He poor shamed his own audience.
Treated worse.
About being
so I gotta give credit. I don't want to read out the name because it's your real God-given name. Oh, no. But whoever sent this to me, take credit when I show it on the screen because this is very, very fun.
He thinks names are God-given.
Remember when that weapons expert at the Rush trial pointed a gun at the judge? This is fantastic. Whoever you are in the chat, please tell me. This is very funny. K-Rads for 5. Mersh, it sounds like you need a friend. I just want you to know that I'm here for you always. Anytime.
Hold on, pause it.
You ever
pause
need
it, pause
to,
it.
you know.
Pause it. I want you guys to just real quick. That laser to the left should be pointing up and off the screen, like.
At least one of them has to be wonky.
Yeah, it's the left one, and from our perspective, stage left, or audience left.
It kind of is now that I look at it. It's just because of the angle of the picture, but you can kind of see it's up and to the right.
No, I mean the laser should be pointing, like his eyeballs looking that. You know what I mean? Like one laser down at Taylor Swift, the other one going the opposite direction.
Yeah, I think it's fair. They're too close to parallel to be the queen.
Look how high that the fucking, you want to talk about nerds, the fucking fat the idiot. Sorry, I forget. You guys are trying to be cool on Rebel.
No, hold on. That's my rule. Like, and then Sam does it to shame me.
What?
Exactly what you were about to do.
Oh, I was just gonna say the faggot that made this picture for Mersh. Look how high they had to put that laser on Mersh's right eye. But that's not where his eye. That's not where a normal eyeball is. It would be like, I mean, like if you really look at that. Am I wrong or am I crazy?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're not wrong.
I just had to point that out.
And then my thing is like his eye is goddamn wonky as hell, so it would be off in like it kind of like it's kind of like hanging by a thread, and it kind of just goes and does its own thing. Sometimes it's hypnotic. That you got to watch out for that.
Yeah,
that's how they call that the Mersh effect, and then you do a podcast and you call it like fag wave, you know? And
yeah. All right, go ahead, continue. Sorry.
Well, the other thing too, I just realized this. So this entire rant is because someone bitched about like the locals, being expensive. So
let's talk.
It's just
that is cool for. Oh, we read that one.
And he poor shamed his fan
too. Of me. That's my favorite picture of me ever.
That's what I'm saying. His whole rant about Rumble is because he's poor shaming his own audience. So
hold on, did you hear what he just said?
Yes.
That's his favorite picture of himself ever.
I wonder why. Ever that we were just we had to stop and gaze in awe at how bad it was. And the next words out of Mersh's mouth are, "This is my favorite picture of me ever."
That's fucking mwah. Go ahead.
Only on the Whitfield Report, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like you need a friend. I just want you to know that I'm here for you always, any time of day. If you ever need to, let's just talk. That is cool for. Oh, we read that one. I love that picture of me. It's my favorite picture of me ever. I'm like, ooh, what are you gonna do? I have a gun in my hand and I'll shoot you in the face. Oh, I have a gun. Oh, you might get shot in the face. Oh God. It feels like that. It feels like the It's Always Sunny thing when he has the sword.
I can't imagine why sponsors might not want to fucking work with him, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, weird, gee, right? I wonder why.
Yeah, no clue.
I mean,
oh, fuck.
Neither does he.
I'm not kidding. I'm gonna be up Royce's ass about this. He's gonna be like, "Oh, no, we should," because it's gonna cause a lot of. I don't care. I want to cause trouble now. We have spent fucking 2 years trying to not make waves, and you know what happens when you don't make waves? You also don't make money. Let's start making waves. Let's start making more fucking enemies. Let's go.
Yeah,
that's the solution to life's problems.
Making enemies with the people who are like hiring you, though. Like, I'm pretty sure that leads to unemployment. Not
usually, and also future unemployment.
Hold on, why the fuck? Why do you think this fucking retard is sitting here begging for money on the internet? Very notably poorly. Compared to the thousands, probably millions at this point, of people that make more money than I do just doing content on the internet.
And Rumble's handing him his curveball. Not even a curveball. Softball is what I mean. They're like the underhanded pitch. Here, Mersh.
It's a rubber fucking kickball.
Yeah.
Right, that they're
and he's got a helmet on, and they're just like, okay, Mersh, you got to make this a home run, buddy, and then you'll get your normal pay like a normal person who puts in some work, because you do stream a lot. We got to give you that, right? You're there. It's participation trophy, and they found him a sponsor, and all you have to do, the one fucking rule is, they said 60 seconds, get in our bullet points, and don't shit on the product. Which is, by the way, inherent to I'm doing a live read. You put over the product. Even if you don't know what it is, you don't have to like actually endorse it. Like, hey, this is my favorite thing ever. Right?
Yeah. I mean, some of the best ad reads I think I've ever heard in my life are on like comedy podcasts.
Yeah.
When they're like, they very much, you can tell the vibe is like, they're just paying us. And we have to say some shit, and they're endorsing it sometimes, but they're also like saying it in like the most, just it's funny. It's you know what I mean. It's entertaining, and you don't want to skip the ad reads.
Hey, I heard about this new thing. You heard about this new thing? Actually, I got that. It's the next one from my pile is the new thing.
Can you tell me what do you know about this new thing, and what can you tell me about it?
This new thing involves quality, value, style, service selection, convenience, economy, savings, performance, experience, hospitality, low rates, friendly service, name brands, easy terms, affordable prices, money back guarantee, free installation, free admission, free appraisal, free alterations, free delivery, free estimates, free home trial, and free parking. No cash, no problem. No kidding. No fuss, no muss.
Wow.
No risk, no obligation, no red tape, no hidden charges, no down payment, no entry fee, no purchase necessary. No one will call you. No payments or interest till December, and no parking.
Holy
Limited
moly.
time only, though, so act now. Order today. Send no money. Offer good while supplies last. 2 to a customer. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Mileage may vary. All sales are final. Allow 6 weeks for delivery. Some items not available. Some assembly required. Some restrictions may apply. Shop by mail, order by phone. Try it in your home. Get one for your car. All entries become our properties. Employees not eligible. Entry fees not refundable. Local restrictions apply. Void where prohibited, except in Indiana.
Wow. You know, the only one they missed was no COD. Remember no COD on packages back in the day? By the way, I live in Indiana, so thank you for that. That was awesome. By the way, you know what? Send me a couple of those.
That's actually it was a George Carlin bit that got sent to me from the read this shit for free. We said we read your shit for free, right? Because it's so goddamn easy and funny to just dunk on Mersh in the most basic. Oh, you're a professional, but like, are you like actually stupid?
Yeah, I mean, I think he might be. You know, he's quite literally retarded. Clearly, he's got some brain damage.
Yeah. Well, he melted down when I called him a retard.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Like broke his brain, and then he had a couple strokes. He horsed out for a minute there, and now he's gonna. His way of doing it is by shitting on products and shitting on sponsors and shitting on the last platform that'll have his ass. Which only has his ass because of the name value of like Royce's brand, basically, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's an interesting strategy. I'll give you that. That this is a negotiating strategy that I've never seen before. Burn every possible bridge in the like most. Unavoidably, like we have to like actually talk about this at a meeting kind of way possible with your employer and their advertisers and partners and your partner. This is I wonder how that ends.
Not well. No, I'll tell you how it ends. It ends with me getting a contract at Rumble.
Oh, base.
And Right to Offend Media getting a contract at Rumble because, listen, they've been great to us ever since the Whitfield Report got kicked off of YouTube. And I'm happy to stream with Rumble regardless of whether or not we get a contract with them.
Oh, shit.
But it would sure be not.
Chat. Does Craig want to come on?
Yeah, if Craig's in the chat, I would love to have Craig on.
Shmuley just disappeared.
It is a show about us like selling out, so like why not have our Jewish friend come on? You know, Mersh is
oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, what?
You think he would be mad if I talk like this the whole time?
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
I'm just kidding. I couldn't do it much more than that fucking sentence I just said anyway. So,
nah, Craig's cool. Craig's he came on and he broke down like the mathematical equation for fucking pussy smoke, and so for that, like the show is forever indebted to him, just in terms of like both science and comedy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, hit Craig with the link, Sammy.
Since we're doing ad reads, that's my free promo for Craig. Plus, he does the with
Craig is part of the Fake Untitled podcast, which
the Fake Untitled podcast. Might as well ad read for them, right?
Fuck yeah.
That's some of the best shit on
Max,
the internet.
DM me whatever ad reads you think you would like, or whatever ad reads you would like me to read. I'm gonna go take a pee real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah. We asked all week just because it's so funny, right, Sam? Like, we both immediately saw this video and planned this whole show around it and asked for submissions because it's such a funny fucking premise that he's so stupid.
He thinks that doing ad reads are hard.
You've just done 2 hours of content, and I have more, Sam. Do you have more? He's asking for submissions, Sam. We're selling out left and right, ladies and gentlemen, for absolutely no money just to prove a point.
Yeah, and soon we'll bring on the friend of the show, Craig Mansfield, who will hopefully be showing one of his products too.
If Shmuley, did Shmuley leave? Big props to Shmuley if you for joining us tonight and helping us with some of our shenanigans with advertising, which is a simple premise, and it's been built into the idea of radio and television and broadcast in general. And so if you don't understand that, the internet's probably going to be a confusing place to you too, I guess. But you put over the product because that's what they're paying you for, monkey. Dance.
Yeah.
Right? They're not asking much. There's a couple words we want you to say. Let me talk about Raid Shadow Legends, right? Jesus, just read the script. Most people are going to skip over it on like a modern video, right? We're live, so they kind of can't. And also, everybody knows we're just being dicks. I hope somebody takes all of my ads. Well, no, some of them were real ads. Like people had stuff they wanted to tell people about.
I actually do have a real ad, real quick too. So I've talked about this on the show before, but ladies and gentlemen, friend of the show. Let me
there
make
you
sure
go.
Hell yeah.
That this is displaying properly. Friend of the show, Eric Bishop, is getting ready to release the sequel to his book, The Body Man. Breach of Trust comes out on, June 18th. And it's available on Amazon. And the tagline is...
Sam, I'd read The Body Man recently with the independent re-release that he did, right?
Yeah.
So looking forward to it. It's you should pick up The Body Man re-release in the meantime because it's worth doing. It's a pretty good book, and I think this is going to be even better.
And definitely pre-order Breach of Trust on coming out on June 18th. It's available on Amazon, and should be pretty good.
You see, I added to that, Sam. What I added to that was called a personal anecdote related to product. You see, where I've read the book. You see, and so you put a personal touch on it, and so that's called an ad lib. And you're allowed to do those kind of ad libs because you're not. Hey, what did I say, Sam? Shitting on the product, you're putting it over. I'm putting over his book. It's really good. You should go out and get The Body Man, really.
Well, listen, you should also get his novella, Ransom Daughter, which I have over here as well, if I can reach it.
Well, that's been the interesting thing, Sam, of like you like interviewing and kind of mingling with all of these authors is I can't even catch up anymore, There's so much interesting independently released stuff out there, and that's what we're all about, the punk rock kind of do-it-yourself ethos, and that's what these people are doing, and it's pretty cool to me.
Yeah, and if you're new to Eric's work and need a small introduction, you can also read his novella Breach of Trust here. This came out in October of last year.
That's Ransom Daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, Ransom Daughter, I mean.
Yeah.
Sam's in the same boat where he's got too many books to even keep track, right? But it's been a hell of a ride, Sammy, meeting some of these people and like hearing you, like Terrence McCauley, like, dude, I've read his books before I knew, he'd come on the show, and so that was a cool one for me. And you're a really good interviewer. Like here we go. Why don't we put over the thing that we should put over, okay, ladies and gentlemen? And if you've got this far, please, with all of our honesty, and this is with all of my heart into it, look at old episodes of the Whitfield Report that we've been doing all the way back, anything you can find. Because we've been having a lot of fun with it, and especially his interviews with some of these authors because they're great. They and other people too. Who did you have? You had the girl in Israel, right?
Yeah, I had Itana Hedged, who Apex might know. She's one of the original. She wasn't Danger Zone, but she left the Bears kind of around the same time I did with John Arcade. So, and now she's actually doing like real independent journalism out there in Israel.
Oh, good for her.
But she was talking about basically what it's like she's just a normal person living in Israel, right? And it's Sam's a great interviewer. I'm just saying that's what I really want to put over more than anything. The whole joke of advertising is to get to the point of like, Sam, it's been a pleasure.
Greg.
Speaking of people who host awesome podcasts, Craig is here.
What you're talking about.
One of the hosts of the Fake Untitled podcast.
We're showing how easy it is to do an ad read, whether sincere or insincere, and making an entire premise out of dunking on Mersh and doing ad reads for no money.
Well, then let me tell you, gentlemen, today about the Spishak Schick 20.
Please do.
Please do.
Do you have more information on the Spishak 420? Oh, man.
That is an excellent Mad TV skit.
Ah.
Was it like the first 10 blades do, basically get down to shaving off your bone, and then the second set of 10 blades does it all over again?
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll take 3.
I'll take 4.
Well, I'll take fucking 9, bitch. Both of you.
The whole point is that Mersh finds advertising hard, and it's the easiest thing in the world, and also can be fun.
What? It's dance for peanuts. How hard is that?
Dance, monkey, dance. How
it's an entitled fucking loser.
They give you a fucking script.
If anything, the joke is a dead horse because we've been doing it for 2 hours, but I still have because we solicited on Twitter or X. We ad reads just for whatever for free because we knew the ideas were just going to make a whole point about like Mersh is a little bitch.
Well, I'm curious. Exactly which birth control is he on to get a blood clot like that?
Well, he got rejected for an ad read for a product, and it doesn't even matter what, but it was the wellness company specifically, and I guess it's like a vitamin supplement thing or whatever, right? And he just talked about how it's all fake and all bullshit for like 5 minutes. And then he wonders why the sponsor wants nothing to do with him. And the first thing he does is say, well, what do they want me to put a yarmulke on and go, yeah, let's make some money.
Wow.
Like that's his instant reaction to like they didn't like your ad read because you didn't do the one like rule of advertising put over the product.
It's pretty damn funny for a guy who sounds like a retarded version of Harvey Firestein.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Complaining about
you guys, you have no idea how hard it is to be a streamer on Rumble.
Oh my god, I gotta call my mother. The flying saucers are here.
You guys, my fucking cats. I got 15 cats I fucking stole from my neighbors.
Goldblum, you gotta help me here.
His whole bit is the Jews, right? I don't know.
We were so popular with Mersh. The person who was known for what?
He's like a failed comedian. That's what I said. Is he's like, you know how Andy Kaufman had like a character that was like a failed lounge singer? Tony Clifton, that's the name. Tony Clifton was like a failed lounge singer who was hostile to the audience. See, but he was a character, right? And so the genius of Mersh is he just manifested a big failed comedian version of that. And
well, you know, if he really leaned into it, I'm sure because, maybe like 15 years down the road, he might be able to pull off a Louis C.K. moment and stumble into popularity.
Definitely not.
But he has to stick on the narrow path of being a piece of shit for a while.
Yeah. He's not towards the end yet, right? The end is like a needle in his arm and a heart attack while he's like jerking off in public or something.
No, he's been doing the dirtbag thing for like 10 plus years. And then but publicly for 10 years. But no, his claim to fame is actually mostly due to his co-host on the ROTC program, Royce, who's still a fucking idiot, but he's more of like a normal human being and has like a basic understanding of how to do this business that they're trying to do here on the internet, But they did a bunch of exposés on Dan Schneider. And that got them a lot of popularity on YouTube. That was fucking 7, 8, 9 years ago or whatever now.
Yeah.
And so what has he done for us lately besides have a stroke?
Nothing. He's literally just coasted on that.
That's what he's been bitching about in these like clips that get posted, that he's not even making his downside guarantee on his contract.
So he basically sounds like a really unpopular version of Hamas Piker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And he bitches about
He's gonna kill himself for not getting all 12 viewers he normally does, or what?
God, I've seen ones where the first words out of his mouth are, "Oh my God, I forgot to get alcohol and the store's closed. I don't think I can stream tonight, guys."
Dude, even gayer Harvey Firestein is such an awesome fucking. That's good. Beautiful. Only on the Whitfield Report, folks.
He actually has talked about like killing himself live on.
Oh yeah, all the time.
A lot.
Well, you know what the problem with that is? Losers talk about it, and winners do.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's a man of speech.
I don't think he should kill himself. By the way, I think
no. Of course not. Of course he should.
Deprive everyone of I guess knowing about him at some point.
Yeah, nobody should, because there's somebody.
You should.
I would much prefer he does his long downward spiral where he kind of slowly does it to himself that he seems to be happy with.
He doesn't.
Maybe live a long time being a complete fuck up.
I mean,
he sounds like he's very unhappy with himself.
I mean,
it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
he's treated his body like a fucking trash can, is what it sounds like.
That
not even a fucking theme park.
And then he feels like he should be rewarded for doing so. That's the thing. He's like a petulant child that.
Well, you can walk outside in most cities in America and see that. Why the fuck would I care if someone's doing it online?
Right.
That's probably how he got the idea to pick up the cats in the first place. Saw someone else doing it.
Hold on.
It only took him like fucking 20 years, dude. Cats have been the most popular thing on the internet forever. You know what I mean?
True. I was going to say they were like the original popular thing on the internet.
Yeah, and they continue to be so.
And I don't even like cats, and I have to like concede that.
Of course.
Well, he also ran away from a fight with Baked.
That was
with Baked Alaska.
I can't really blame him for that. I can't really blame him for that because who the hell wants to get that kind of AIDS on their skin?
I mean, I don't blame him either, but like as Medicare pointed out, like he could have talked shit to like,
it was on the street and Baked was doing one of his live streams in Florida, and Merch just happened to fucking walk by. It was literally a coincidence. And Baked was like, "Hey, I fucking know you, dude. You're fat. You're way fatter than I thought."
Wait.
And Merch is like, like fucking steel belly flops himself on camera. Like, yeah, I'm fat. You're fat.
All you have to do is turn around and say, "You're poor. You're way poorer than I thought," and walk away.
All he had to say was, "Fuck you, dude."
I have a request, Sam, for the show.
Say, who are you?
It's important to advertise this, Sam. Can you bring up a clip of Mersh having a seizure, please?
Oh yeah.
Female cop. Gun drawn.
This is actually
that's by popular demand. Can we just get some female cops in the audience?
Yeah, this is actually
gun drawn.
Yeah.
Or the fucking classic, the horse seizure where he falls into the microphone, comedy style. That's pretty good. I've tried recreating it here on the Whitfield Report, but it's never as good.
It's probably because you're not throating your mic.
Yeah. No, it's probably because I'm not having a seizure.
No, he's literally having like a fucking stroke.
No, I've seen
his little vape pen. You've seen the clip. Oh, okay, yeah. So for chat, go ahead.
What is what a chaotic crime is versus a crime of chaos versus a crime of like moral turpitude.
Moral turpitude. The fucking irony that those are his last words.
Little baby dick in his mouth is really helping out there too.
Oh, Andy just said he did it. It fucking work. All right, he needs to be.
Yeah.
Well, that was fucking weird.
My favorite is what he says after, right?
That was fucked up.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
He did it. It fucking work. All right, he needs to be.
He needs to be. Whoa, man, he's in another dimension, right?
That was fucked up.
If you look, Sam, if you look real close,
I just had a fucking.
You can actually see his wonky eyes go straight for a second.
Whoa!
It's a true fact. Jesse told me.
No, he couldn't see anything.
Yeah,
like, his vision completely blacked out, and he was
his vision blacked out, but his eyes went straight. He's got the wonky eye, right?
Yeah,
you can see his pupils are straight for 1 second.
Hold on,
because he's in outer. He's in outer. He's
Mac,
in like heavy metal from like the South Park episode where Kenny's huffing cat piss. He is in outer fucking space, man.
We're gonna go deep schizo theory here. I think this was intentional, specifically because he made sure to get his bouncing tits right in the center of frame.
And in the comedy of like the microphone, right? Like he pushes it with his face. That's so. Mwah.
I mean, if the chat was not screaming at him to go get checked out in that moment,
and look at how much
what
mileage.
the fuck is it going to take for him to get like to? I mean, and if he is seeing a doctor and he's not telling anybody on the internet, more power to him, because that's also what you're supposed to do.
It got cut out, but he says, "I just had a fucking," and then never finishes the sentence.
Yeah, I saw the longer one.
Yeah, he I mean,
the female cop, gun drawn.
Doggo no die.
He's like having an episode and still trying to tell the joke. To me, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
It's genuinely sad.
Yeah,
and it's the most notable thing that he's done in 10 years.
Yeah,
you know,
have a stroke mid joke.
Sad.
Yeah,
he had a joke. He had a joke stroke. Sam, didn't he say something about? Oh well, Sam looks like he had a stroke, and then this motherfucker's on a live stream. That's why we pick on Mersh. Yes, it's petty. Yes, everybody does it, but I think we're entitled to take a fucking lap once in a while.
Yeah.
The other thing is like, is anybody gonna like is he obstinate about it? Like if someone tells him, "Hey man, go get checked out." Because someone says that, he's gonna say "fuck you." No, I'm not going to, because
he's like his main thing is that he hates Jews, right? And a lot of like doctors are Jewish, you know.
Well, he's fucked then.
Yeah,
right. He's fucked.
Well, I mean, if he's gonna go down that road, let's look at all the fun supplies that might be needed to stent up his heart. Oh no, can't touch any of that shit. Too much Judaism around it.
No, and I honestly, I know for a fact, or I don't know for a fact, I shouldn't say that, but I'm fairly confident that that's not his actual belief. It's just it's this character that he's pinned himself into a corner. He thinks he has to do this shit. He thinks he has to.
You don't even have to go on an apology tour. You can just stop it at any time you want.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to bend the knee. You don't have to you don't have to go down the bitch route if that's what's going to upset you.
No, and anybody telling you do is not worth listening to.
Right? Yeah. All you got to do is just stop being fucking.
You don't have to just pick something new.
Attacking multiple sponsors that work, their partners of Rumble, as with the fucking Jew joke off the bat. That's the first thing you have to say about it on your little radio show. It's so amazing to me how fundamentally he doesn't understand how.
You really know what's most insulting about Jew jokes? The most insulting thing with Jew jokes, for most Jews, I'd say, at least the ones who are not going to nag you about it afterwards, like Yenta, is a lack of originality. Just really fucking boring. You're wasting my time. Come up with something funny, you know?
You know where all the best Jew jokes come from? Jews. And they're really funny most of the time, too.
All the best white people jokes, all the best black people jokes, no, maybe not Mexican jokes because they're lazy as shit. But yeah, that's just genuinely used to be how it worked. Before everyone was so proud that they had to,
we got to
cut their dicks off and shit, whatever.
Well, no, when
people, it's like just stop being offended.
If I had $1 for every VW bug joke that I've been told as far as Jews go, I could probably buy one for Hitler.
Wait. Let me guess. Is it the ashtray one? How many you can fit?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, okay.
He didn't even go that far. He didn't even go that far, Craig. He's just like, you're my sponsors, but you didn't like my ad read. What do I have to do? Put on a yarmulke? It's the dumbest.
No, you have to put it on with staples,
how about put on a professional ad read for this gold seller or whatever? You don't.
How about 1 1/4 inch fucking nails? We'll
that's your
mount
job,
that motherfucker on
10
your head.
pennies.
This is the path you chose in life, that you rely on that money.
Oh man, it'd be full irony is if you used a couple of those tree killer nails. The big copper ones.
Oh yeah, I know.
He might be more useful. Audience so casually. I just wonder, does poor shaming your audience work? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It does his audience.
If a guy's like, come on, what are you poors? And I'm hovering over the donate button, I'm not going to give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Well, it would have to be a punchline to a very funny joke,
Well, the instant reply is, what are you, a beggar? Or also, what are you, poor? You need my money that bad, but you don't want to be some respectful monkey? Dance, monkey.
It comes off to me like that dumb Ehor who was on Twitch. The one that was just like, you can't even afford $5. Fuck off, lady.
Amaranth or whatever.
Whoever the fuck. No, I don't think it was her. It was some other lady that lady of the streets, if you will, got
it was
all up in arms over her audience not firing in those donos.
Yeah.
Oh, Craig, I'm glad I have you, because there's an ad read that I had forgot about until just now that I think that you're better for to just tell us a little bit about the fucking Killdozer Simulator.
I've asked you twice to send you some fucking ad reads and you still haven't, Max. But okay, let's prioritize the Jew.
No,
in the chat.
I don't. Yeah, that's true.
I see.
Well, it's Wild Goose's project, right? And it's Killdozer Simulator.
Yes,
and I don't have any copy for you. I just figure you know more about the game than I do.
That's awesome. I'm all for that.
Oh yeah. So Wild Goose, guy I've known for a while. He very funny character. Yeah. He got his ass kicked off of X. And he got the no reason thing, but he's at the point where he gets the automated reply from the appeals process, but it doesn't even have a case number on it. So he's totally fucked at that point. He's still trying to get back on, but anyway, he's been working on a game for a little while, Killdozer Simulator, and it's it's the Killdozer. You run over people in houses and so on, and it's it's getting there. It's he's got it to the point where he's actually got a thing that drives around. He's gotten them to, there's a bit of an AI to the police, and the people are roaming around. They scream when you run over them now. The buildings collapse with sound, etc.
Yeah, and he said to me that the focus is on the physics of the buildings too, which is kind of the main point of the Killdozer, right?
And hold on, time out real quick. Just to be fair to Mr. Heemeyer, he didn't actually run over people and shit.
No,
he was only interested in destroying buildings.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Correct. Yeah,
it's a sandbox where you get a Killdozer game on a console.
And you fucking crush shit. It's awesome.
It's got some nifty mechanics to it where the lag in the steering is interesting. So you move a little circle around. It's from what I've seen in video he's shared. You move a circle. You're basically your motion target is a circle, but it takes time for the vehicle to rotate towards that direction. So it has like a little X that lags in the arc behind it. So you can still see where you're going, but like it's not an immediate response. You can't just like jerk the vehicle around. And my guess is that's going to lead to some interesting choices that have to be made roaming between buildings. Like, I don't know if there's going to be like, if suppose the object is to kill people, then it's going to be hard to corner to get them. And if the object is to not kill them, sometimes it might be hard to corner to avoid them.
Yeah.
So little details like that might
clunky machine, but it looks so much fun in some of the demo footage he's put out of just going through buildings and they collapse really nice. I like it.
And somebody out there, I guess, just like screamed Killdozer Simulator as like an idea, and not realizing that there's one on Steam. You can go wishlist it.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, I mean, I think as a gamer,
boom, put over the product, right? Easy.
Yeah, hell yeah. As a fucking gamer from the, early 90s at the latest, I genuinely, if I can just destroy something and watch it be destroyed, like in a satisfying way, in a way that's realistic. I mean, fuck, Minecraft's one of the most fucking popular games on the planet for like 10 years.
Right.
And that's just building and destroying shit. And it's not, that's not even very realistic. So like Battlefield, I think that's one of their main selling points for a long time, and has been since the inception.
Rust in all the survival, like PvP
absolutely,
game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's more, I don't know, visceral is the right word, but it's more, the more realistic, the better when it comes to shit like that. I'm okay with arcadey shit, but if I can just fucking smash a wall or hit it with some sort of explosive and see something happen, sort of realistic, and then something physics related happen to it, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
So I just threw the link into the Rumble chat. That's to the game discussion page for the devlog. So he's been posting updates there, and so videos that he's posted are linked there.
Sammy, we can probably throw that in the description of this video.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that after the show.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen. Is what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
He's updated the score page. Hold on a second.
Do you have any more ad reads left in the pile, Sam, for Apex to do? Because I'm pretty much out.
And here is the score page in the chat as well.
I thought I had more than that. Oh no, I have one, but it's not a full ad read. It's a kind of an ad lib. Agent Dipshit's Odyssey channel. It's very short, Sam.
Yeah.
Do you want me to send it to you, Apex? It's like
I got an ad read for you to do. I want to see what your creativity is going to flex on it. I'll wait for you to be done with this one.
Yeah. So Agent Dipshit's got a channel on Odyssey. Watch night vision and cheap thermal tests. Schizo content guaranteed. Extra insane. 100% ridiculous. And that's all it said.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll read any, I guess I could make one up. Let's see.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Sam, what else? We were supposed to cover news, right? That was the joke, is we were gonna feel rushed by sponsorships, and then had all these news stories prepped, and we didn't get to them. Oh, did you actually have any?
Well, I got a combination for you then. The ad read I was going to give you. I'll see if you guys can do something creative with it. Advertise in a positive manner, joining a protest on college campus. Go.
Ooh. Yeah, let's
in a positive
let's
manner.
hear that.
Why should you go? Advertise.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, theys and thems. Do you care about freedom? Do you care about justice?
You care about bagels?
Do you care about bagels and the same tents with green fucking tops on them that have been at like every protest for the last like 8 or so years? Do you? Do you want to live in a tent on campus? Do you want to be part of a community for once? Do you ever shower? No? That's fine. You're welcome here. Do you think you're the key to justice in the world? Do you think you have what it takes? Join us on Columbia campus today, and we will give you your own tent and a bagel. That's all I got.
We might not have any bagels.
My God, that was bananas.
I mean, it wasn't bad, right?
That was good.
No, that was actually that was
on the
better
spot.
than I
That
could
was
come
great.
up with.
Is that Shmuley back? No.
Head shit.
Damn.
Headshot.
Well,
maybe.
Well, it was just that, somebody was gonna. The bounty was $50 to kick Shmuley because they were very hostile to Shmuley. You see. Dino Nuggies really doesn't like Shmuley, and he's like a subscriber. So we said that because it's the Adstravaganza, he's not allowed to like respond to that. Because that's a paying customer.
He's just a young fella. He's fine,
Yeah. Well, they chilled out after a minute, but man, they like revolted because Shmuley wrote an article based off something Sam said a couple years ago, just to be a dick, and then we read it, and it was pretty funny.
No, look, Sammy is ripe for, especially in his past. I mean, the kid's been doing this shit since he was like fucking 12 years old or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, he basically is agreeing with him.
Wait, you mean like talk online?
Yeah.
Most of us do that.
Yeah, it's just really funny.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
No, but I mean,
like chat was split. Let's just say. There's an anti-Shmuley contingent. I don't know. They'd like the show better once he leaves. And then they like it's funny that the anti-Shmuley contingent actually is like big boosters of Apex.
Look, that's not fair to Shmuley, because Shmuley seems like a good ass kid, and I enjoy hearing him speak myself. So, and I've not got to do very much of that. So
wow, that was a really good ad read.
I don't think it's.
Listen,
folks. Do you think it's funny? Do you think it's cool to have a lisp and be in your 20s and write articles about crippled kids and their past podcasts? Fuck. Subscribe to Shmuley today.
No, it actually brought some thought-provoking points to the table, both from Sam's article of the past, pointing out that Sam was right several years ago, along with he pointed to like a bunch of examples of because they were saying like, oh, political persecution is like new, and Shmuley's point was here's all these examples throughout American history of the government fucking people over. And Sam and I both agreed with him. And his article is pretty good. You should check it out on the Whitfield Report Substack, guys. There's an ad read.
Link in the description.
But some people in chat just don't like Shmuley. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I got an ad read that I'm going to rip off directly from Dennis Leary.
We thought they.
Go ahead, Sammy.
Mike will.
Hold on, Sammy. Go ahead.
And at first we thought they were trolls, but no, they're actually they actually really don't like Shmuley for
I
whatever reason.
Encourage it because it's hilarious.
It is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Craig, but
that's fine. I was interjecting.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I have a fantastic ad read from Dr. Dennis Leary. God bless Mike Will and the original Green Death fucking flavor. That's about it. Yeah.
Oh damn.
I am sick right now.
Sold.
So, son of a bitch.
Okay. You know what? I've got an actual. No, I'm not gonna. I don't have the courage to do it. I was gonna do like a read for like Ridge Wallet because I actually have one.
Hey,
and then clip it and put it on Twitter and be like, "Hey, Ridge Wallet, check this."
Okay, I have one that you need to do. Rigid Wallet.
Midget Wallet. Hey, folks, are you fucking under 4 feet tall? Do you need to be put in somebody's pocket? Sign up to midgewallet.com.
I'm thinking rigid wallet.
Do you want to do? Do you
Folks,
want to?
Do you want an erect wallet? You want it to be stiff and stand up to the challenge?
Subscribe to BlueChew.com.
Apex. You want to do like the most sincere and like important to the show ad read and take us out? Like I'll hand that one to you, which is for Sam's book.
Sure. Unfortunately, I don't have a copy and I have not read it, but I do know Sam very well. And I know that the Fourth Estate, which is available on
Amazon.
Sam, go ahead.
Link in the description, right?
Amazon.
It's available on Amazon. Fuck, I don't.
The website.
You know what? You put me on the spot.
You know what? I have read it, and like my wife, I handed it off to her symbolically on the show. I was like, I'm done with it. I have given my review on the show, and it's a classic. But you got to kind of read the first one first. But I really liked it, and I handed it off to her, and I was like, it's important for the show. You got to read it too, and you got to give your review of it. And then it's a week later, and I'm like, where is the book? And she's like, oh, I kind of left it on my table downstairs and didn't read it. And I'm like, you had one job.
Well, I mean, she's the mother of your child too.
I was gonna say she's got more than one job.
And the only reason I'm saying it now is because she's upstairs right at the moment. Because otherwise,
you can feel the knot in the back of your head, can't you?
Yeah.
Several times on the show, might I add?
I was going to do a PSA about like
domestic violence.
Domestic violence as a result of really bad dad jokes.
Yeah,
women, have you had enough? Pick up the rolling pin today.
It's the dad jokes that get her the most mad at me, right? And so I make a point to like look over if she's listening for when I drop the worst dad jokes possible for maximum effect. And sometimes she just started throwing shit at me, but she got pretty comfortable because she just fucking starts hitting me. And to be fair, there's some bad dad jokes, and I deserve every bit of it, and it doesn't bother me none. I guess.
I've seen her
in line, Sam.
Like I've actually seen her stand up, go over to Max, and then like smack him upside the head.
Oh, after he looks adoringly and invites it.
That's purely speculation.
Are you in a mutually domestic violence relationship? Sign up today for how to hit your partner with only 3 fingers.
The AARP. Join the AARP.
Yeah. Sign up today for APAC.
I
don't know. Keeps business private. You know what I mean? But I also can't help but make bad dad jokes and get hit sometimes. That's all.
That's what I was gonna say. Do you like dad jokes? Subscribe today to find out how to hit your wife with only 3 fingers and make it look like 4.
Yeah, it's usually cracks like that where I get cracked. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's always stuff. It's always stuff about women that I know is gonna incite her. To be fair,
you know what's funny is I feel like I could get you hit by my jokes if she were sitting next to you right now.
Oh, certainly.
But if you weren't,
you like dad jokes and domestic violence, make sure you don't have to tell her twice.
That's right.
She's gonna be.
She's only got 2 eyes,
podcast
man.
With Chibi and my wife and 2 other girls are doing a podcast that we're facilitating, and then
does that happen yet, or is it still in progress?
They're just they named it. It's the Sandwich Makers program, and I think it's coming like when summer starts, when the one girl gets out of work.
That's awesome.
You know what the difference is between a chef and a cook?
Tell me.
When the woman comes in and cleans up the kitchen after you.
So I just want to point out that Roman went and told Mersh that
you gotta save the bad. If you want me to get hit, you gotta wait for my wife to come back at least, right?
I'm waiting for her to listen to the podcast one day. It's just gonna come out of the blue.
Oh, she'll never listen. It's only when she's here.
Well,
sometimes she puts headphones on because she gets sick of this shit, you know.
Eventually, one of us is gonna start clipping this shit and putting the appropriate tags on it and the appropriate titles to draw the proper attention to this channel. Because there's over the 2.5 hours, I've only been here for like an hour, and there's been several very good little 1 or 2 minute clips.
It would be nice if we had an official clipper if somebody's got the skill. Also, because he does a podcast, there's a gamer podcast, and then Craig does my favorite podcast outside of this one, which is the fake Untitled podcast.
I only
which is also.
Go ahead, Sammy.
Which is also my favorite. Which is also my second favorite podcast.
You know what's fucked up? Hold on. Go ahead. No. Go ahead, Sammy. Go ahead.
Although I still maintain that that Craig is the actual host and Evan is the co-host.
I don't know. I'm kind of on Team Evan, but then Craig comes on our show and Evan doesn't, so I have to be Team Craig.
What's funny, what I was trying to say and not interrupt Sammy by saying was that I only recognize Craig by his first name and his little emblem he's got there from Twitter, Mr. Mansfield, right? Craig Mansfield,
yeah,
is that right? That's right.
Sir.
Yeah.
That's me.
Fuck yeah.
Almost a doctor.
Almost.
He is
coming close.
Oh damn. Is it Dr. Craig Mansfield? Did I fuck that up?
No. You definitely did not fuck that up.
Okay.
And then he comes on here and talks about the physics of pussy smoke for 2 hours because we thought it was funny.
That fucking rules. I was only
what's more punk rock than that?
And then
I guess pussy fire, maybe.
That would take even more.
Limitations there. There is a smoke point.
There's a death point.
Yeah, right.
I have a feeling, yes. Way before you get anywhere near temperature.
Yeah. You're probably gonna have to use a machine, and you're effectively stabbing the woman to death in her pussy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Not only did we jokingly go through the calculations of that on the show because my wife said it one time in reference to Bill Clinton and we had a laugh, right? The stupidest joke. That's why she hits me over dad jokes, guys, because I took it to the worst extreme. I was like, wait, Craig's an engineer and engineers love stupid shit like this.
How much would it take? Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
Look, I'm very happy to have been on here.
And then on his show, his bros corrected some of his fucking math. And so there was a whole 2 podcasts about fucking pussy smoke.
And
because we're giant
I don't know why. And I don't know why, but that was the same podcast when the Claudine Gay stuff broke.
Yeah.
Too. So
we did better citing our sources than that dumb bitch.
Yeah. For the most ridiculous thing of all time.
We also probably had more citations following up on that one podcast.
Well, then this Gamergate 2 shit popped off, and the first time, when we advertised you coming on, there was almost triple our normal audience waiting for whatever reason. I was like, oh, he's famous now, huh?
Hell yeah, dude.
It was because they all fucking knew you from the Steam group or whatever, the Twitter group.
Oh shit! Right. So the it's funny. So we actually cracked 1,000 on the X group too.
Yeah, I saw that. So like, yeah. So speaking of that, like, what's the deal with like Sweet Baby? It seemed like they kind of disappeared or have gone quiet.
I don't blame them.
Yeah,
right
what
now.
else are they supposed to do?
I'm certain they're circling the wagons with everyone else in the industry right now while still trying to pump out the propaganda. It's pretty much an untenable position for them at the moment. I mean, their main advertisement at this point is the controversy. And, and like the one success out of like, what, 20-odd, 30 games that have all collapsed underneath their tenure. So, I mean, they had a minimal part to play in the one God of War game.
Have you seen the bidding war? The bidding war on like killing Grums, apparently.
I saw that. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, and the fucked up part. So, like, the one girl who decided to DFE after she made and it did sound like a joke. It was a mean spirited bitch joke.
Yeah,
it did sound jokingly made. You know, it's her musing out loud like a bitch on her Twitch channel. Fine, whatever. Her place to do it. She still gets to suffer the consequences of being a dumbass. But she upped it to $30,000 from some deranged fuckwit saying $20,000, and then of course the cackling whore over at Kotaku, who's not writing any of those game reviews like she's supposed to be doing. Sorry, game guides, not reviews, guides. She's jumping in on that. Someone else said 50,000, and then she jumped in and saying, "Oh my God, DM me." I'm sure there's going to be some dipshit article that comes out of Kotaku, which again, not the game guide they're tasked with producing. I cannot wait for that to come down. I don't know what their cycle is for performance reviews or for evaluations on throughput, but when that hammer lands and that dumbass is back to OnlyFans again, fantastic. Nobody's going to buy it, just like last time.
Here's one while I have you to pick your brain. So, like, Elon Musk mentioned fucking, I'm going to ban anyone engaged in engagement farming, right? Isn't that all social media is?
So that was really funny because that hit a lot of people who are making money on X right now. All their sphincters tightened up at once.
Yeah.
He was specific about people that are basically bot farming
right
content. So
put pussy in bio, I get it, but
that kind of shit, yeah.
It's
not just the people that are running those bots, but the people who are paying for them to come in. See, that's the fucked up thing. Those aren't just showing up randomly. They are also paid for, not just by people who want people to get sucked into those websites, but people who want the extra engagement they produce.
Right.
Because you'll have, for every one of those, say for every 100 of those, you'll have at least one person who shows up and replies to that post underneath their own post and says, like, shut up bot or whatever, and that is more eyes on their post. Yep. So that is a paid service that exists. And it's fucking irritating, and I do hope that whatever Russian or Chinese asshole is behind that, I do hope that they get, fucked in the ass with a red hot iron spike and it comes out their eyeball.
Yeah, that sounds appropriate.
Figuratively in Minecraft, blah blah blah. But like really stub a toe on every doorstep.
What a lot of people don't know about the whole bot thing is like people are freaking out because they think that's unique to Elon, but
no.
But like
no, it's just funny because he bought it on the promise that he'd get rid of the bots, and they've gotten worse. It's just kind of funny.
Well, that's also part an AI thing. You'll notice that the formatting is changing slowly over time on how the words are presented. Right now, they're adding a whole bunch of diacritics, those little tick marks on the top and bottom of letters. They're adding a whole bunch of diacritics to the letters to try and confuse the sanitizing algorithm. And it's the fact of the matter is the same basic sequence of letters exists within the statement, and the downside is you can't just eliminate all of those tweets because people are mocking that by saying essentially the same thing. And if you just start outright eliminating real humans' input, that goes against their stated mission statement of free speech, which is equally hilarious given how many people are being kicked off the platform for various dumb reasons. I mean, it's clear that what's her name, Yacarino or whatever, the lady who stepped in his place.
Yeah, Linda Yacarino.
That one. She's definitely bringing back some 1.0 policies, which are basically the reason why everyone was happy that the damn platform got bought in the first place.
Right.
So I mean, it's Elon.
It's round and round the bullshit goes, you know.
Yeah, Elon stepped back, ceding culpability to a figurehead who is capable of doing all the things he doesn't want to do in the background to satisfy advertisers, while he can rail against the machine he owns, ineffectually.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at the end of the day, he's the boss, and he could unilaterally demand the position back and kick her out, or just send someone else in there and say, "I'm going to vote this way in the board meeting, no matter what you guys do, and I have all the power here. This new person's CEO." He can't do that. It just looks bad for advertisers. You don't want to invest in an unstable company like that. And even though it's not publicly traded at this point, it's still an investment of dollar value for an advertiser to try and run ads on a platform. So, same deal. Their time, their money goes in to get ads, and they want to make sure they hit as many eyeballs as possible, blah, blah, blah. So Linda's trying to cater to that audience, while Elon is still trying to is basically just shitposting. Let's be clear on that. It's not like he's trying to stand up for principles in that point. He might have his own principles, but he is just shitposting.
Yeah, well, he shows he bends over when a country says we're not going to let you operate here.
Well, the funniest, Brazil was just fucking hilarious, and then the shit with Australia. I mean, here's the funniest thing to me is why do these other countries get a say? Because the internet's open already. People are going to use the apps and websites they want. Why the fuck do you need a storefront in a country that is not here if you are literally just going to be online? I mean, they don't have a Twitter HQ Australia, do they? Why the fuck do we care what their laws are? They're going to fine you if you're never going to show up? And it's not like they'd be fining Elon. They'd be fining Twitter, which again is based in the U.S. where we don't give a shit.
And with the theme of the show, right? Like, just to point out, speaking of political persecution, Rumble is being politically persecuted in several countries.
Oh yeah,
and they're nice enough to like platform us, and rather than shit on them like Mersh does, we are big fans of the platform.
I'd say like we've been trying to do Rumble with Fake Entitled podcast. I guess it's gonna need another couple tries to sort it out on Evan's end. But like, I mean, Odyssey has been really nice to us, and Rumble we'd like to restream to or whatever it is, where we end up streaming to multiple services.
Where do you post primarily, Craig?
Odyssey.
Aha, yeah. See,
the podcast is on Odyssey.
Awesome. Yeah, Odyssey's awesome too.
Craig,
it's a podcast like everywhere through Anchor.fm, but the live show that we do is on Odyssey.
Copy that. Awesome.
Evan also like does like music and stuff. That's I listen to
some other shows he does.
Yeah,
and they're good shows.
The funny thing
that's why I'm team Evan, except that you come on the show. See, if I can convince him to come on the show, then like you guys are even at least. But you actually just come on the show for fun, which is obviously you get points.
Well, let me go ahead and throw a couple more points in his corner. I will have family visiting this weekend, and then I'm also going to a conference all next week. So the next two shows are probably going to be MIA.
Well, Evan did invite me on. Evan did invite me on to co-host one of the streams.
Nice.
So I will be on there, and No, the funny thing about Evan's
weekend.
The funny thing about Evan's music show is I got confused and I thought I thought that the music show was like
you thought it was the intro music?
Was the intro music to the actual show? So I'm like, yeah. I'm like, damn, this is like damn good intro music, but it's been like 30 minutes, like
yeah,
like I know we procrastinate sometimes, but damn, this is like
our intro music, if you want to call it that, is us bitching at each other before we click the button to record.
yeah, same here, pretty much.
Most times it's me and Sam like right before, and I'm like what happened this week? Like, what are we talking about?
Right? I know that vibe.
He usually has something, and we talk about it, and then we're done with it, and we talk about some stupid bullshit for an hour.
Evan's way more organized about that shit than I am. Because I don't have the time. I guess like he has a little more time than I do about this to organize this stuff, and again, he's the host. He comes in, he's like a checklist of shit to go through, and I say, "Hit me! I have no idea what we're talking about.
Let's go." Yeah, that's the way to go, man.
Well, honestly, like I do look up news articles, and it's all stuff like Biden economy. It's like all the same shit. Like
everything's fucking
Biden
gay. Everything's stopped.
Yeah.
We're poor and rich people get rich on our fucking back. Oh no. Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
Look at it. You look and stare into the abyss long enough. I promise you, it doesn't feel good, man.
And like
you have a fucking laugh once in a while, or you'll cry.
And the whole thing, I will say this: the thing with like the whole Columbia University thing is like, I'm really not like, I'm not surprised. Like all these like boomer conservatives are like shocked, like, oh my God, there are riots happening at Columbia.
We do a riot watch stream if it gets bad enough, Sam, over the summer. Like, I think it would be popular.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it would be very popular.
Yeah, if it gets bad enough if there's like actual like footage of it where we can watch it, then sure. But like,
there will
right now, like
there will be several people live streaming that shit. But
we're not.
I
personally am not keeping like up to the minute on that shit. I don't even like I don't scroll through Twitter to see like graphic violence, but it is funny to just see, okay, if you act a certain way, you can expect that eventually police are going to fucking hit you in the head.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean,
that's a fact of reality in any country in the fucking world.
Thing is, like, and like I'm very much on the side of free speech here. Like, if they were just shouting, I mean, no matter how violently they're shouting shit, if they're just shouting, without any direct actionable threats, none of that shit, they're just say they're just doing their kill all Jews chant, from the river to the sea, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, fine. I mean, be a cunt about it, but if you're out of the way, you're just shouting your message, you're not going after people and none of that shit. It's just, okay, yeah, I mean, you're an asshole. Thank you for informing everyone of this. We'll remember that for later. But until then, congratulations, you have freely spoken.
Yeah.
But, then they go ahead and do a bunch of other dumb shit, like physically assaulting people, violating university policy by blocking out other people from being able to do stuff.
You can't
let alone
do that
blocking
shit.
Buildings or the whole goddamn campus.
Yeah, you can't fucking do that shit. Just like traffic.
When they're told you need to move because someone else has booked the spot you're in, and then they don't move, and they say, for 3 or 4 days, we are going to, if you do not move, we are going to move you, and you'll be trespassed. And then they complain when that happens.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the complaints should have started the day they first warned you, or you were just waiting for it in your big babies.
Yeah.
Well, and if the complaints start that day, you have a couple days to try and resolve it.
And these
but you're not going to because you're still big babies.
These universities are going to get drowned in lawsuits from shit like
it's already happening.
The most blatant thing I've seen yet was just one video, and it said a lot to me. Was they just seen a kid that obviously looked Jewish, right? And they're like, "Are you a Zionist?" And I'm like, imagine if you did that, or any of like us, like supposedly not, on the far left people, walked up to just somebody that looked Jewish and like aggressively asked if you're a Zionist.
Well, imagine if I walked up to the nearest Middle Eastern looking professor on a campus and asked him how many goats he fucked that day. I mean, that's just asinine.
Yeah. It's like, it's
just an asshole move. I mean, I would expect rightfully to be remembered, named, and shamed for doing that.
Yeah. And act like a baby and break property and deflect people from fucking going to class where they paid to go to this fucking class. You know, the fucking university's drowning in like subsidies from the government and all this other fucking shit, right? But these average kids, they pay to go to fucking class. They're trying to get, it's like final season, bro.
That's
They're trying to go to class.
Everyone's trying to study or do finals. Like,
imagine your GPA is like just above water and finals are coming up and these assholes are blocking fucking Hall D. Are you kidding me?
Ugh.
Yeah.
So fucking dumb.
The other thing is, like, these kids have been told, you know, if you get, you know, they what was it? They gave them a document and they said, you know, sign here if you agree to all this shit, and basically let you go free, scot free, doesn't matter. And and they don't do that. And now they're crying about the fact that seniors are crying they're not going to be able to graduate. It's like, well, what the fuck? Did you not read the thing you wrote in big crayon letters? Fuck you on. That's not a signature, jackass.
Yeah. Oh, you thought it was like a revolution. Well, then you don't get your fucking degree, dummy.
God,
come back next year if you're lucky. I wouldn't even have you. If I was the dean, right?
Man.
You broke school property. You break into the hall and shit, right? You're fucking harassing people for weeks, acting like
you know how that's gonna turn out, though, right?
Like dirty fucking hippies. And how do you deal with hippies? You tell them to get lost. God,
you know how they're gonna fix all that broken property, right? Every student's activity fee is going to go up. Every student's general fee, like, it's all going to go up to fix all the damage they've caused.
Well, they don't care.
They're
not students. Most of them, they come in from buses, like on Soros.
So that's
money.
the thing. I really hope is just gonna take off is taking every outside agitator, every activist that comes from off campus who's not a student, not a professor, not staff, and throwing their asses into prison. And not for the fucking 3 years I've read for the one instance they were being charged with. I mean, for like a fucking decade. Yeah. Because 3 years is getting ready. Is 3 years is when candidates are coming around for the next election term. That's another year for them to get prepped and ready and to show up on campuses again to fuck things up. No, get their asses in prison for 2 fucking cycles. Get their asses out of this area, out of this setup, out of the whole entire consciousness of what's going on campus.
Well, and it betrays them when they're doing shit like, oh, you just look Jewish, let's fucking question you about your loyalty, right? That's
well, dude,
no, they're using Zionists in the same way they use Nazi, so it doesn't matter what a Zionist is.
Of course, because I'm a Zionist too. I had the Israel. You're one of the first people that like noticed in the funny way that I just set my flag as the Israeli flag to trigger people.
Yeah,
and it like works 100% of the time, no matter
during Gay Pride Month, and it
works.
I'm never wondering, by the way, why I have so many fucking emojis in my Twitter name. It's because of the same kind of thing. That used to be a thing that triggered people, and it's still to this day as a last resort kind of thing to try and get a rise out of me. People say, you have too many fucking emojis in your handles. Like, yep, I do.
No, somebody called me Jewish, so I just did that as like a funny bit, and then I kept it there and then Twitter Plus came along, and it takes 3 days to get verified if you change anything. Right. So I became like adverse to changing it,
you
know, and so
I'm too lazy.
And I realized it was an idiot test most of the time. It's a trap, right? Because if you say some stupid shit about how much hate used to be, it's just funny.
I mean, well, the next time I'm going to try and change it is going to be after the end of this year, where I can put PhD at the end.
Well, what are you munching on, Craig?
Oh, dude, I have this little tiny key lime pie.
Oh, hell yeah!
Fucking
key lime pie, shit.
So I'm munching on the crust right now.
Because
Craig, one of the funniest things that one of the funniest things to me is on Easter, or as the left likes to call it, Trans Day of Remembrance. You were
you mean the president of the United States likes to call it? Go ahead.
Dump bump.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure if he's really the I mean, he is the president, but let's be real.
Shut up. Move on. Move on.
Anything?
No, you got a good punchline in, Sammy. Keep it going.
No, the funniest thing to me though was like all these trans activists who were calling Craig like oh, you're just a religious Christian bigot, and it's like actually no, he doesn't.
He's a religious Jewish bigot.
Jewish.
Actually,
yeah,
better.
So,
yeah, even better. Man.
So technically, like he doesn't even have to celebrate Easter either. He just likes to crap. He just likes to
celebrate Passover, and it's coming a little later this year.
Yeah.
Well, it came a little later anyway.
So
here's my question. My question to Nazis is always like, because I don't agree with the premise, but whatever, and I'm not going to argue with them. But like, if you were right, if I believed like you did that you were right, and Jews just ran everything right, there's a trick, you know, you can actually convert. Right.
Well, I mean, you're talking about modern Nazis, because like I don't think that's what the old Nazis. I think that's part of what they were mad about, but I think they, you know. Well, I don't know. Go ahead. What was the point? I'm sorry, I forgot.
No, that's it. It's like that's what I would do if I thought that was true.
Oh, convert. You would convert.
Yeah, I would convert. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very Donald Trump move, right? Like if you know what I mean, you'd be like.
And usually these guys are like.
Of course, I voted for Joe Biden. He won. Or you would, yeah. Never mind. I'm sorry. I don't know.
A lot of those guys I see blaming all their life's problems on Jewish people, right? And it's like, it's usually because they have a lot of problems, you know. And I guess it's an easy out in some cases, is what I'm saying. But it's not helpful to them. It's very self-destructive. And if I thought it was true and I was them and I'm living that kind of life, I would convert so I have an advantage, right?
Well, you see, you're missing something that's pretty key, and actually, you know, it came out in the last year or so. And that is, if you are a dyed-in-the-wool Nazi, all you really have to do is wait long enough for a Canadian Prime Minister and the entire entire Parliament to invite you in.
Woo!
God damn, that was fucking funny. What a pathetic display.
Or I mean, truth be told,
I can't believe I was tricked. The enemies of Russia.
The bastard son of Castro is a big fan of Nazis. Who would have guessed it?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of taxpayer dollars that gone to the Nazis over in Eastern Europe too. To be fair.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And then the commies. You know.
What I was going to say though, back to like 45 seconds ago or so, is that, I mean, if I know anything about fucking losers, it's they always
use the right hole.
Are looking for someone to blame other than themselves. And when Jews has been a prominent, you know, finger to, or, you know, place to point your finger, for, you know, for whatever reason you can conjure up. It's just, especially if you're on the internet, it's very shit posty. It's very easy.
There's very no discourse to be had.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, it's very easy.
I'll say
and
this.
Go ahead.
It's going back to the whole laziness thing, and you bring up you know, with the way that you brought that up, is it just kind of sparked the thought. One of the ways, so it used to be that, you know, one of the ways they kind of signal to each other about things is to this spawned the whole echoes thing as a meme, and the dipshits saying, "I'm taking it back," and putting it on their handles. The idea that, you know, Jews hiding their identity or claiming to be white when they're actually Jewish, etc.
Right.
And now, you know, it So for example, in my experience, it's even funnier because they'll say you're Jewish. It's like, yeah, the fucking Hebrew and the bio give it away. Well, but it's such a lazy meme at this point. It's like,
right.
You're not pointing out something anybody else didn't already know, dumbass. Congratulations, you have exposed me.
The old Schrodinger's Jew bit, right?
Yeah. Well, and
that was even funnier. It's on a calendar at this point because look, I'm one drop in both directions too far for both extremes. I'm half and half here, so I half. That's a half of me that the Nazis are just disgusted with, and a half of me that the socialistas, the communoids, are just disgusted with. It's just it's the one drop rule in both directions, and it's equally retarded. It's hilarious.
Yeah, and I've seen to a lesser extent, of course, but I've seen a similar discourse with like anybody that's like Christian, just as plain Jane white people, Midwestern, Southern, the places I've lived, and at least in my generation, it sort of was like everything was atheism driven, more or less. The media we were consuming, but be it music or movies or whatever, or it wasn't overtly religious anyway. So if your parents didn't fucking push, if it wasn't inherited, you were, whatever. But the point that I was trying to make was, fuck.
Before that, let's commercial break.
Right.
There.
No. Oh, no. Hold on. I remember now. No, if I've seen this as friend groups grow up and people become religious, like they become Catholic or God forbid Catholic, but whatever, any other form of Christian, and they become devout, they become like, they don't become outcasts in a lot of cases, but sometimes they do. And they are more or less ostracized and are never treated the same in a lot of ways. That's not always the case, but I have definitely seen it.
And kind of forced to find a new friend group, probably among whatever freaking new religion they have.
Yeah, and especially if they're like they move to the community,
be toxic, right?
They move to the community and they're Mormon, and there's not Mormons in that community, or whatever. They're devout Christians, and
Mormons are an exception because they are an evil cult. But they are also the only evil cult that survives as rivals when the demons finally come to take over Earth. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to read the book series for Doom.
For Doom?
For Doom.
Yeah. For Doom.
David Abhue. Hilariously excellent author, very much undervalued for his talent to drive a great story. Yes, the Mormons are the fuckers who survive.
Yeah.
It's bonkers 90s novelization.
They saw the demons coming. They tried to warn everyone with their 10 wives.
And the Doom guy is Catholic in canon as well.
Yes. It's really funny. Flynn is awesome.
Yeah.
Flynn Taggart.
Anyway. Sorry to derail there.
So Doom, the horror survival video game, is about Mormons.
No.
It's about a Catholic guy saving the Mormons from the demons.
The alien demons.
The alien demons, yes.
Oh, and so the Doom guy is Mormon.
No, the Doom guy is a devout Catholic who discovers during the Hell on Earth, so that would be Doom 2.
With knockoff MIDI music that represented like rip-off of fucking thrash metal of the time.
It was Pantera, big inspiration.
Oh, there's a couple. There's a Slayer level for sure.
Yeah, and so I got the fucking third and fourth books when he meets the monkeys, the monkey aliens. It's interesting. So in my mind, I just kept thinking of them as looking like Bonzi Buddy because they're purple monkey aliens, but they come in twos. Like they don't understand the concept of one person.
Oh. Interesting.
It just, and the best part is at the very end of the whole damn story, it's all a literary joke. Like, I mean, the entire like Doom thing, like basically the whole universe is a giant literary joke. So it's
because the idea
it's a mind
Doom
fuck
lore
at
was
the end.
silly.
It's great. I mean, you can kind of tell that like he's running out of ideas and like how to ground it back into the reality of the game, and so he just kind of like leans in at the end because fuck it.
I feel like there was some substances involved.
Probably a lot of alcohol and a couple of mind altering ones.
Yeah, it seems like there was a lot of substance and a lot of science fiction writing. Come to think of it,
based.
I mean,
I don't like that word in general, but I'm really warming up to it lately because of the way it's been described by the fucking federal government. Based and red pilled, or now make you a fucking extremist.
Bring it.
That sounds pretty based and red pilled, doesn't it?
You know what makes me more on that side of things is that they say like my actual friends, like that I've known for years, are political extremists. You know that. So if we're doing an advertisement, a big shout out to Playboy the Beast, who hit the Billboard charts after serving a bid on some bullshit charges from Jan 6th, by the way.
Oof.
He's a patriot, a father, or reformed. The reason is he had felonies, right? So he took a plea deal because he has kids and he ain't been a gangbanger in like 20 years. He's a proud boy. He's like super into Christianity and whatnot, and politics. And that's been his music lately. And so he came back with a new track called 1776, which you can get on iTunes. And also The Beast is back because he's Playboy the Beast. Check him out. That's like my dude from back in the day, Sam. You remember we talked about him when he went to jail, right? And I told you it's bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
The reason it's bullshit is because he is a big Hispanic tattooed guy. And they showed me a picture of a white fat guy in a hoodie. And said this motherfucker was trespassing, and I don't kind of believe it. But
was the white fat guy in a hoodie saying, "We need to go and take over the Capitol" the night before?
But as a man and a father, he chose to do the quick bid and get the fuck back out because he had to provide for his family. And it fucking sucks that like all he did was he was at the Capitol, but he wasn't. I don't know. The picture that they showed in the media didn't look like him. Period. He's like a big MMA fighter, dude. He literally is an MMA fighter.
Well, of course not, Max, because if they showed like an actual what he actually looks like, it would destroy their narrative that that white supremacists stormed the Capitol. I mean, they act like Charlottesville and January 6th were worse than 9/11.
Or like
these
Enrique.
Dumbass motherfuckers are going to cry wolf until the fucking wolves show up. And nobody's going to believe them. And, I mean, you saw this shit with what's going on with the whole Palestine protest thing.
They're fucking coming too, man.
Yeah.
Those wolves are fucking coming. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
but look, they caught several terrorists that are well known for their activities in the Middle East across our border.
And their family
One guy
members
was saying he's famous and he's going to kill everyone.
Yeah,
they caught him after he made it all the way to fucking New York.
Or what about the kid that the IDF killed his fucking pops? He ain't got no criminal record. He getting right through, right?
Yeah.
He got no ties except that they killed his pops. And that's a powerful fucking
what you're gonna
thing.
hear is he was known to the FBI.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm so glad they're wasting their time.
It's crazy how many
memes.
It's crazy how many are known to the FBI and don't get stopped by the FBI, huh? Wow, what a coincidence that they suck.
What were they known for?
They either do it or they suck at their job.
Were they known for the way they part their hair? I hate that statement because it's so non-specific. What the fuck were they known for?
Right?
Sammy.
Was their third cousin 5 times removed some sort of big guy in a cartel scene or whatever? I mean, it's how far removed is the distance, the proximity to whatever would give them an arrest cause, that they're just known to them? Is it just a name in the database? Is it a name in the Social Security database? Where the fuck are they going with this shit?
Yeah.
Vague.
We know that guy. We know.
Well, that actually is. I have an author friend who used to work for the FBI, and he's going to come on in June, and like, I do want to ask him some questions specifically like about this type of shit. Like, I don't know if he knows, but like, I kind of want to ask him like why the FBI is so incompetent at their.
Well, I think that it comes down to that vagueness. I would ask him why. What is the degree? When they say known to the FBI, exactly how vague is the connection between their knowledge of this individual and an arrestable offense? What is the proximity required to some arrestable offense for them to physically intervene?
There's a spectrum of that, but like, where is the spectrum, bro?
Right. There's no delineation of where that line is.
Yeah. Why do they appear to be so incompetent?
Well, to me, it seems like they're more. To me, it almost seems like, and I'm being a lot of hyperbolic when I say this, but to me, it seems like they seem more concerned about like internet trolls, right now than they do like actual, people who are looking up like homemade bomb recipes or something like that.
I don't know what their priorities are, Sam, to be honest with you.
They're supplying a lot of those people with those bomb recipes. You know what I mean?
If he's a former agent, maybe you could get some answers, Sam. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I was just suggesting that maybe you pose the questions more like, why does it appear to the general public that the FBI is so incompetent that they can have these people on their radar? What does that even mean? You know what I mean? Instead of being like, combative about it.
Because it's bad optics no matter how you slice it.
Yeah.
Well, here's another bad optics. What purpose other than intimidation does it serve to show up to someone's house and ask them about fucking memes?
Sure. Yeah. But maybe this former agent has an explanation that we out here don't have that he could give if the question is put properly,
Or like, you guys familiar with the so-called friend in the Boston Marathon bombing case where the FBI showed up to question him, and they claimed
Tsarnaev brothers.
Yeah, and they claimed that there was a struggle and the guys got shot, miraculously asking questions about.
Oh yeah, when he was hiding in a boat.
The guy they caught was hiding in a boat. Yep, but it was a friend of theirs that was just a person of interest in the case, and the FBI showed up and they said that he got aggressive with them, but we don't have any he just got shot.
Yeah, there's no body cam. Right, of course. Yeah, that was the first time in my life that I was like, oh fuck. The whole Boston bombing thing. Like I saw footage.
Oh, the Tsarnaev brothers.
Yeah, I mean, like the clear, like fucking undercover SEAL dudes that walked up with backpacks and then walked off without the backpacks before the shit blew
I know
up.
Boston well, man, and I'm a lifelong Massachusetts guy. I live kind of far away by Mass standard. I live like an hour away. I live way closer to Providence, Rhode Island, but I kind of grew up hanging out in Boston and going there.
What you're saying is you're a providential masshole.
Yeah, I'm like from the bottom of the state.
Well, my whole point though was like when I saw the whole martial law shit and like kicking people's doors in, like we were all be able to watch that online. I mean, it was pretty historic and it's on its face, but just to be able to see it was fucked up.
They were barrel sweeping people in their windows and shit.
Well, here's one that'll give you a bit of a mind fuck here. Imagine the previous generation watching the Vietnam War. For the first time, they get to see that shit televised to them so quickly.
Yeah. Right.
Relative to before, where it's just video that's come out of military documentarians. Now it's actual news organizations out there in the field with a military escort.
Sure, right.
Complete inversion of the power structure behind the propaganda that was previously distributed.
Well, yeah, you had a powerful example in Ireland where there's a footage of kids fighting soldiers. The whole battle's like on camera, and they played it on the news, and it shifted.
And then he got that wonderful song I used to torture a friend with, Zombie.
Among a million others, like Go on home, British soldier, go on home. Have you had no fucking homes of your own? I'm Irish enough that I know all the IRA songs, of course, and if I get drunk enough, I sing them all too, especially on St. Patty's Day.
I'm German as fuck. You gross me out, man.
See, that must, my green eyes must come from my dad's side, because that's the Irish English side on me. I never had to wear any green because I've always got it on me.
Nah.
Although there's always that one cunt in the class who says, "That doesn't count, pinch."
Yeah, and then you punch them in the mouth.
Yeah, and then then you go home for the day.
Yeah,
I'm just a
big win.
Then you go to in-school suspension for fucking a month. You dumb shit. Don't do that again.
I'm a big Irish giant. It's pretty obvious just looking at the big blue-eyed Irish dude, right? That lives in Massachusetts and was raised Catholic and couldn't be more Irish if I fucking tried.
Oh, God forbid.
Can't get a fucking...
Now
you know what's a myth for me, Sam, is this thing called a suntan. There's just pale and burn. Nope. That's it.
You ever heard of sunscreen, fool?
Yeah.
Don't matter. What SPF? You get the biggest one. I still come out. Me and my wife come out from like when we went to the gathering of the Juggalos, which is like several days. We came out marbleized, dude, and in so much pain. Would do it again 100%, probably exactly the same way, but it hurt tremendously. And like we had like caramel swirls on our legs and arms for like because where it was burned worse than others, especially her, because she thought it would be smart to like swim the whole time to stay cool while we weren't doing anything. And that made it worse. But anyway, Sam, what do you got for us?
Yeah. Oh, you want to kill it? We got more ads to read.
Well, I got one more thing.
That,
I don't know how to bring it up.
Hit it.
I'll send it to you, Sam, in a DM.
Yeah, did you get that thing he sent you, Sam?
There's a photo, and hopefully Apex here will be able to see it, and then he can go ahead and do another ad read as far as college campuses go.
Oh, okay.
Why you should join a fraternity to hold up the American flag.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw this picture. The one kid with the shit-eating grin and his phone out, looking at all the protesters.
Hey, Craig, I think we follow each other. You could just... Oh, you don't follow me. I'll say you could just DM me. That.
Oh, come on, Craig.
I don't. Hold on. Where is he?
You just retweeted something. Apex Gamma. You just retweeted how long? 2 hours ago.
Maybe not a full ad read, but since an honorable mention I should mention is fucking I Am Batman, also helping run the Sweet Baby group and also being kind of hilarious. As usual, he's a funny guy. Follow him on Twitter.
Yes, pray for the Batman. The number 4 is involved.
X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you.
All right, I found you at the Apex.
There we go. All right, hit me. Ladies and gentlemen.
Base. Oh my God, this is amazing.
Look at his fucking face. It's so priceless. That smile.
That is bliss.
I did DM it to you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, it's just this. Okay. It's just a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Hold on. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That'll do.
That is bad.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
That'll
How
do.
can you top that? Those gentlemen know what
That
they're
is
doing
it.
is the right thing. They're staring down communists with a smile like true goddamn patriots.
As we all are.
My favorite fucking moment this morning was finding out that they had enough and they tore down the fucking Pally flags and put the American flags back up at two different campuses.
Fuck yeah.
New York City campus and was it UNC? Chancellor, whatever his name was personally involved in raising the flag back up. And then he gave a speech at the steps to, I guess, his office. He's just like, we're done dealing with this shit. It's the entirety of North Carolina owns this campus, not just a handful of annoying protesters. Fuck them.
Yeah,
right.
It's really weird that like they're like pro-Palestinian protesters in North Carolina.
Bro, it's just
contrarian.
It's just contrarian fucking angsty teenage bullshit. And they're being fed this I mean, again, they're the most online. Every generation since like fucking 2000 has been the most online generation in the history of the country, or the world, rather, of the species.
Yeah.
And the name of the game is attention.
Yeah, it's attention, literally.
Yeah,
so they're getting it from Facebook or Instagram or fucking TikTok. I mean, TikTok like 6 months ago was praising Osama bin Laden and shit.
Right.
Remember that? Like, so none of this surprises me at all. You know, it's just a matter of they don't have anything better to do.
It's good to see these young men stand for something at least that I can get behind and tell these guys, get the fuck lost. Like, we go here too. And we're not hating our fucking country.
Right. And it's amazing. It's amazing how homogenous that group is too. Ironically, maybe not.
Wow.
Ironically,
I just love this guy's smirk here. It's probably
that's the bliss shot right there.
Yeah, it's the fucking Sandman. It's the Sandman thing, you know, Sandman meme. Mm-hmm. Anyway, you want to kill it, Sam? We going to bed?
Well, I was just gonna give Craig a chance.
Sorry.
I was just gonna give Craig an opportunity to show for the. I was actually gonna DM Evan and ask for a copy for like a promotion for the Fake Untitled podcast, but I don't know if you guys have ever actually
Fake Untitled podcast, Sam. Tell me more.
Fake Untitled podcast. Join us every weekend where you can find me at my ass.
Hell yeah.
So subscribe on Odyssey.
To sell out for this just to make a joke about Mersh being a retard, Sam.
Fuck yeah.
This has been one of the funnest episodes we've done in a long time.
Dude, yeah. You should do more fucking more free ad read shows. Fuck it. Send us your ad reads.
Yeah.
You can donate.
We
might in the description for a million different things, but you can most importantly buy Sam's book, The Fourth Estate, which is political.
And please also leave a review on Amazon as well.
I mentioned before it's quality for a paperback for the price, and it's a pretty good read.
Yeah. It's $11. It's expensive. Nah, not really.
Shut up, poor boy. Right?
Well, not for like a paperback. You know what I mean? Like a paperback to support somebody. It's a pretty low price, and it's a quality book.
It's incredible.
I sent you a video, Sam, just for later reference. I don't think this is necessarily worth showing right now. So David Horowitz at UCSD dealing with a fucking Hamas-haired retard. But this, whenever you see like they talk about SJP or SPJP, so the Justice in Palestine groups, or MSA, so the Muslim Students Association, they're all fucking financially and so materially tied to terrorist organizations like Hamas, Hezbollah, etc. And so this is just one of those great moments where,
of course,
where Horowitz just has this dumb bitch in the audience say that she's not going to answer for or against killing Jews.
The summer.
She gets her to actually sit there in front of everyone and go, for it.
We're looking at the summer of Jewish love. How does that make you feel?
Feels like Crystal Knocked.
Yeah, I can imagine that's what it feels like, to be honest.
I am willing.
You know what it feels like? It feels like Krispy Kreme knocked. That's what it feels like.
I was going to say, I'm willing to bet
not
you.
As hard as Crystal Knocked, I guess.
I'm willing to bet you that the Jews are far better armed than they were at Crystal Knocked.
And a lot more likely to not let that happen. Yeah.
I bet you about 70% of us aren't yet, but they fucking should be. The other 30% of us voted for Republicans.
That's true.
Well, look, at least 50% of that 70 has got a really close, cousin or nephew that is well armed. That's
well, hell, my cousin fucking works at Bloomberg, and he is. So the thing is, people don't realize that these Jews that are voting Democrat, they're not, for the most part, are not like the loony progressive ones. Right. For the most part, they're like the rank and file Democrats who are similarly waking up and going, "What the fuck is going on?" The Democrat Party?
Yeah.
Where's my money, Joe? You know what? There's a promo. If you didn't see it this week, Afro Man out of nowhere, like the absolute legend he is.
Oh man,
because Hunter got high. Because Hunter got high.
Check that out at Based Records, right? Afro Man also did songs about when the police raided his house and took a slice of his lemon pound cake.
Yeah,
which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was very good.
So check that shit out because it made me laugh because Hunter definitely got high and fucked our whole country up. It's true.
I'll tell you what, and I can
roll a blunt, Sam. You take it home, baby.
I'll tell you what, and I can say this since we're on Rumble, and thanks once again to Rumble for having us. But if I mean, it's clear that Biden stole the election last time, right? But he's going to have to steal the election even harder if he wants to get quote unquote reelected, because like now even like groups that vote traditionally Democrats are waking up to all this like crazy.
Well, it's fucked up. Is the states going after the electors for the Republican Party who were prepared to go to vote in the Electoral College, and basically challenge the other electors as false electors. Like that became an offense that is being pursued via lawfare.
I mean,
I'm sorry, that's just fucking retarded.
I enjoy videos of the cops and rioters fighting for the sheer spectacle of it. I'm not gonna lie. Me and Shmuley actually make a sport of like just watching multiple feeds of it and laughing.
Dude, it was the same in 2020, the summer.
Yeah, 2020, 2014, 2015, 2016.
2020 was pretty peak though, man. So much shit was on fire. It was crazy.
Yeah, summer. Well, I remember love is just motivated by free Palestine, right? And I can understand why that might feel like a slightly less threatening version of Crystal Knocked for sure, because it seems like it in a lot of ways, and it's a little.
Well, I mean, they're literally blocked. It's fucked up because just like the steps of the school in Germany,
these people are calling me an anti-Semite, like.
There's a great picture comparing when they block Jews from going to the Vienna College, and when they're blocking Jews from entering several colleges.
They
here in the
called
US.
it for like, I don't know, just existing on the right, But then it's like they're literally questioning Jews about their like loyalty to the cause, Holy
yes,
shit.
I spy a Star of David there, sir. Are you a fucking Zionist? Well, let's see. 95% of Jews happen to have actually read the fucking Torah. Let's just see what see what God says about it. Oh, you are promised the land. I guess that makes you a Zionist now.
Well, they're also questioning people that look slightly Jewish too, which that's the other.
No.
They're in, look,
thing.
The left they've been obviously the most racist fucking people as a political party for years now, and they just
since ever, pretty much.
Yeah, right. I guess the KKK was a
the KKK is
Democrat,
is what Antifa is today.
Yeah,
it's slightly different in that the KKK was founded by Democrats, but the Antifa is being used in the same manner as basically agitators to cast the
racial agitators based on political.
My favorite one is where dipshits like Dick Dispenser shows up. Sorry, Richard Spencer shows up and gives his talking points. Everyone goes, see, he's far right, etc. And then they just kind of quietly ignore it when he votes for fucking Democrats.
Sure.
And then it states specifically because they further his goals. And this is not like just a single instance. The red jumpsuit wearing dipshits, the Nazis that have been marching around like Orlando and elsewhere. Actually, pretty much like the entire East Coast, they fly up and down it. They walk around wearing with the flag out, and then they get interviewed. And obviously, they're either a psyop or they're being handled pretty well. But they all talk about they're going to vote for Biden. They voted for Biden. It's just, well, what the fuck do you think they're going to do? They think that Biden is running a gigantic psyop, that he is running one of the best little subversive campaigns that they've ever seen.
You know, it was funny. Did you see that Dr. Jill Stein got herself arrested on purpose? Now,
and quote, battered. Bullshit.
To be fair, I've met her. She's very nice, and I disagree with her on a lot of shit, but she's willing to talk to you, let's just say. And she's a very approachable person, and I have nothing bad to say about her personally. That said, what a dumb fucking thing to do.
Duh. Well, but here's the thing that a lot of them have also been failing to figure out, especially after days of doing the opposite. If you're going to get arrested, comply. Because you can always fight the charge in court adding to it.
Yeah. It's very easy to
just comply. Is in front of a judge.
It sucks, but it is very easy to just comply. They're
not going to cart you off and kill you.
Maybe I say that as a privileged white man, but I've also never had any real reason. Of course, I've done drugs and I've had drugs on me, and I've driven fucking on various substances and shit. If I've had reason to be afraid of the police, especially when I've dealt with it.
Had reason to be afraid of getting caught.
Exactly, right. And you don't. In those situations, you don't see people, or you don't see cops as people. You see them as like this authority figure that
it's an existential threat.
Exactly. So you do whatever you can to avoid that, including lie, cheat, steal,
funny.
Whatever.
So I was talking to my dad the other day, and I said, have you seen all this shit? And we were laughing about it. I said, these people are worried about getting arrested, etc. I said, if I'd be more afraid of you guys if I was caught doing some of this dumb shit instead of studying for finals as like an undergrad. I would have had both my parents put so far up my ass I'd be tasting leather.
Yeah,
I'd be mortified of ever being associated with that, specifically because of that alone.
Yeah, and think of the kids that are like you.
I mean,
that
their
still
parents
exist.
are paying $100,000 a year for this
But,
shit.
but Craig, the boomers protested in the 60s, and it was so awesome, and idolize it and worship it. And it was so cool. The hippies, they said no, right? And they stood up for justice and stuff. And we're going to be just like them.
I mean, how's the? I don't remember how
Fuck
exactly
you.
the generational shit goes. Like my great grandfather.
I don't know why they added "fuck Jews" to the mix. I guess because the Gaza thing's the hot issue, but like it is definitely their message is like all that. Let's fuck Jews. That's what I get out of watching some of the raw footage of the protest. Right? Is their message is pretty clear.
My favorite part is when they spout the river to the sea bit, and then they never actually explain what they want the Jews to do.
They don't have an idea.
The protesters that are useful idiots, they don't understand it, and when they are told what it means, they don't quite they're like, well, that can't be right. It's like jihad. It means several different things. Like no.
It's like a poem. It doesn't mean it's like not literal. Jesus.
Don't you understand it's a genocide?
This is why I like the
babies are dying, Craig.
I like the countering poem though a lot better. From the city to the plaza, send these fuckers off to Gaza. Or
somebody think of the brown children.
You gotta quit yelling.
Yes, the AI generated brown children with 3 legs and 70 fingers.
Apologies.
That's all right.
Well, I think we should wrap this up. It's like it's close to 1:30 in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Whitfield Report. Speaking of ads, buy Sammy's new book on Amazon. Link is in the description. It's The Fourth Estate on paperback. That's right. Thank you, Craig, very much for coming on. It was very much a pleasure to speak with you for the first time. Hopefully we can do that again. Sammy, Max, I love you both. I'm not trying to end the show. I'm just saying my piece before you end the show. So thank you guys. Always a pleasure. Anyway.
We're going to double dose on Sam for the finale.
Oh, you're welcome. And thanks to
That's
all
the
of
Fifth Estate.
our
Find it on Amazon.
The Fourth Estate. So
that's the Sixth Estate. Find it on Amazon. I'm sorry, I'm doing it again. Go ahead, please close out.
And
I just like
thanks to all of our advertisers for pitching your products and Mersh, suck my dick. I'm better at reading ads than you. So. Good night, everyone.
Thanks for listening to The Whitfield Report on the NGC Network. Please visit Sam's website at www.thesamwhitfield.com and support Sam on Patreon at patreon.com/Whitfield Report. Until next time, God bless, God save this great nation, and God, freedom, legacy, in that order.